afternoon. We've got warframe set up to go live already. I'm like so organized. I sounded way too proud of myself for that. But yeah, just got... Can my iPad not make me sound worse when I just said I'm organized and now it's just fucking... God damn it. Making me seem like I'm not organized with the pop-ups. Anyway, but yeah, we've got this running. Hello! It's nice to see you. You're very early. We're still setting up. I also have not been sleeping, so... I mean, if at any point you do need to sleep, please do. Your sleep is very important. So yeah.
Hunter, you exceed expectations.
Nice.
You are far more exciting and complex
Why,
than
thank
any
you for
specimen in
the
my...
compliment. I don't know what I'm going to do with what you have given me, but thank you very much for that. But yeah, how are you doing today? Also, what the fuck was I planning on doing? Oh yeah, I was going to do stealth ship. Oh yeah, I had somebody I was chatting to, they were talking about, um, I shouldn't buy things on the shop, I should buy things on the player marketplace or something. So I'm probably going to look into that at some point. Jesus. In my defense, I am tired, so I'm probably going to be all over the place. Have I sorted everything out on here? Yes. No. No, I have not. That one is new. That one. This one. That one. Oh, nice. I hope it goes well. Because it's always nice to hang out with people you like. I went on a date yesterday, which was kind of cool. Um, so yeah, it's always nice when you get to meet people that you care about. Or even just new people. So yeah. We are going to dissolve. Dissolve all of the things. Nice. Right. Now that's sorted. And I'm going to go. And I'm going to start training up my new guy. Because I have this and I need him to be trained up. So I think we're going to go to Earth. Because Earth is like not too high level. So we're going to go for the plains of Idlin. To free roam. It's just daytime, so there's nothing much to collect, but we can go kill some things. Get them leveled up. It's probably better, to be honest, if I actually did some levels. But, it should be fine. We're just gonna run around, we're gonna kill some Greninja. Greninja? No, Greninja is a Pokemon. What the fuck are they called in here? No, can't remember. It will come up eventually. Nice. Right. Should I think I'm gonna try and get myself a mission. Yes. A mission will be good. I can go and grab one over here. There's also normally some guys over by the water. Yes, I hear you, little creatures. I'm not necessarily looking for you today because there's never ones I need around here. Ooh, butterfly. But yeah. I hope that your girlfriend doesn't sleep in though. It'd be nice if we get to hang out with her. Right, what we got?
You go in, you work. Nobody but you comes out. Good?
I want to do cull the enemy. That's lower level and it's just killing things.
The Grenier can never be allowed to live comfortably on the plains.
Okay.
Let's make this place as inhospitable as possible for them.
Fucking hell. Why do you have to make it the furthest possible thing? Alright, we'll go.
Let's make them find out a little faster. Cut off their supply.
Hello. Nice to see ya. We are going to go and fuck with the Greninja. I can never remember what they're called. One day I'll remember. It's fine. It's nice to see you guys chatting together again. Like, you're rarely ever here at the same time. So it's kind of cool. There we go. Haha. Die. Come here. Let me kill you. And you. Come on. Did you just... Oh, you shot a flare. Fine. I see what you're doing with your flare. Nice. Making sure we're getting things. I can't remember what we're actually supposed to be killing, but I mean, let's just kill everyone. Aha! Death. Yeah, we are. Well, you guys are. But then, aren't you guys in different countries? So it does kind of make sense. Yeah. Nice. Pop this up. Oh, we have a target, do we? Where is this supposed target?
That's it. The target's come out for a fight. Make it their last.
Dude, you can't tell me the target will escape in X amount of time, and the target hasn't landed yet. No, so it's just this guy. There we go. Nice. Oh, I got vitality. Isn't one of you from America? Or am I completely wrong on that? Okay then. Ah, Arizona, that's it. Welcome, new people. No. If you want to join the group chat, that is fine. However, I do not add people individually. I forgot I can go invisible with this guy. Look at this! I'm invisible. That's nice. Stop dropping bombs on me, that's rude. Alright. We need to go find cash. I have no idea, honestly. How much have you drunk? Please don't make any bad decisions. And go and drink some water, please. Okay, please go and drink water, and please don't drink any more vodka. It's not good for you. Especially not in that quantity. We like you having kidneys. Yeah. Eh, who cares? Yes, bread is probably also a good idea. Did that guy just try and hide? Haha. You can put up your shields all you like. It will not stop me. I love seeing things level up. It's always good when you've got new stuff to do. But yes, please take care of your body. Hydrate. Eat some carbs. And do not text any exes or ex-friends or anything of the like. It might seem like a good idea, it is not a good idea. I don't care how drunk you are. But yes. Oh, Iridite? I don't know. Good. Aha. That's one of the burst ones. Oh, I don't like those ones, they're annoying. I like the electric ones best, I think. The burst ones, they've got annoying powers. Is the one that fell still alive, or is he dead? I think he's dead. Okay. You can still chat, it's fine. Because there's nothing much you can do on here that's going to cause that much of a problem. It's more I just don't want you to end up contacting people, and then tomorrow morning when you're sober, you realise that you very much regret your choices. Haha, there we go. Right. Oh, you didn't die, my friend. How did you get back up there? Yeah, who cares? My shade is getting all of the ranks. Good for them. Then you definitely need to sleep at some point, because you have important things to do tomorrow. Especially with all the exciting things you've got going on at the moment. You told us about them last week. Did he just teleport, or was that a glitch? Why? Why do you have, like, this mix of extremism? Weird. Hmm. I am glad that you're quitting cigarettes. That's very impressive. And it is something that you should be proud of. Nice. We've got everything here. What else do I have to grab? I think I've got to go down, don't I? Yes. Probably do have to go down. Oh, it's just like stuff like this. Okay, that's fine. Haha. I mean, you can miss cigarettes all you like as long as you don't smoke them anymore. They're not good for you, and it's nice to have lungs. Apparently, there's like... I saw some people talking about that fume stuff, and they were saying that it's actually not what they say it is. It's actually kind of bad for you. Which, yeah, no, that's not good. That's really not good. Coughing up blood is never a good thing. It doesn't matter if it's your sinuses or not. Blood should be staying inside your body. Unless, you know, you have doctor's orders for it to come out of your body. Yeah. And that's very good that you're doing that. Because a lot of people, they'd say, ah, well, it's probably not that. And they try and make excuses because they didn't want to. So, you know, you should be proud of yourself. You're making good choices. And that is a good thing. You know? Where am I supposed to be going right now? Fuck it, I'm just gonna run around and get some gems. Oh yeah, they've got those nicotine patches. I always forget those exist, because there's so much new stuff nowadays that they try and market. They haven't marketed nicotine patches in my country for years. They used to market them all the time, and now they always market the gums and the, like, breathing things. But yeah, it's good that you're sharing things that have helped you in the past. That's how we help each other. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be getting rid of here. Ah, so I just have to find the caches. Well, I'll run around and see what I can find. Kill any Greninja. I'm just gonna stop calling them that. Kill any of the bad guys that I can find. I'm not surprised, to be honest. They always look like they were probably not the best. But then most gums are a bit shite, aren't they? I've never really come across one that's all that good. Yeah, but think about it. One scary month, and you're close to Halloween, so just think of it as spooky month. You know? It's like a precursor to Halloween. Hey guys. Thank you for joining us. Is there stuff down here? I've just come down here. Where did you guys come from? You just randomly spawned, didn't you? Is there anything through here? I'm like being timed on this crap. I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to be finding them. Not what I was expecting, but I found something. It's just ammo, but it's something. Anything down here? Maybe? Not really that I'm seeing. My question is, why do they let so many of these things fall into the water? It just feels like bad choices. Yeah, making sure your electrolytes are good. And if you have nausea problems, then apparently peppermint is good as well as ginger. I go for ginger, but other people go peppermint. And make sure you're keeping your salts up. Mouthwash is good for if you're throwing up because it's better than brushing your teeth because it's less effort. But it can sometimes make you feel a bit. Ooh, this guy's tough. No mercy for you. Suffer. Why are there so many extremists? God damn. You get to be really proud of yourself when that happens.
We can no longer complete our objective.
Well,
I will let Kanzu know we have failed him.
rude. But fine. I have a feeling that the cache was never underground. Yeah. That's good. It's probably for the best if you don't. Like, don't support stuff that you don't agree with. It's probably just the best way, you know? Because if they're not doing stuff in a way that you're happy with, then it's probably best to just show that by not giving them any money, you know? Did you, apparently, somebody who translated the original Odyssey into, like, modern day English reviewed Nolan's film, and their review was scathing. And it's just like, I mean, they're not wrong, but, oh, that would hurt so bad if I made, like, a movie like that, and the person who translated it just didn't like it. But hey. But yeah, it's really interesting when you change behaviors and, like, you try and do something that used to not be a big deal, and you're just like, how on earth did I ever do this? Obviously, it's nowhere near the same, but I used to use an insane amount of sugar. You know what? No, I don't like using the word insane. An extreme amount of sugar. I'm going to go with that to get through my day. And, like, oh god. I hope that doesn't come out either. That's terrifying. But yeah, I used to go through so much sugar just to get through my day. And I remember after a while of, like, not drinking this thing I used to drink, I tried it, and it was vile. I don't understand how I used to drink that stuff. Why am I... There we go. There. Lovely. Oh, I forget these things are like... Nice. Anyhow. Are they dropping off more people? Yeah, they are. But yeah, all these AI generated movies can just not... Oh, yeah. Like, you look at the stuff you used to drink, or like used to eat, when you were in a worse place, and you're just like, how am I alive? Like, genuinely, how did I live through that? Because, like, I've cut back my sugar so much, and occasionally I'll have, like, a cake or something that I used to have, and just, oh, yeah, Musk is just, I don't like that man in any way, shape or form. I mean, even if he wasn't involved in politics, even before he got involved in politics, he's the epitome of rich people who have fuck else to do. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, but you have to use AI for this, and I'm just like, I mean, this thing has, like, this other thing that does what you're using AI for has existed for, you know, hundreds, well, not hundreds, but like, At least a couple decades. What are you talking about? They're like, no, but you have to use AI for this. No, you don't. And not using AI for it is like 100 times better. It's just, I I saw someone the other day. They were arguing about the whole, oh, but like if you're anti-AI, you're ableist, which bullshit. Yeah, that's the thing. Part of the reason I will never call Twitter X is because that man will continue to dead name his own child. He doesn't get to complain about us dead naming his platform. You know? When he starts respecting his trans daughter, I'll start respecting his renaming of a platform, even if the name he gave it is crap. Where am I intending on going? Yep, fuck it, this will... No, you're just birds. No, I'm not gonna kill the birds. You, however... Did I actually shoot him out of the craft? Okay, that's funny. I never expected that to happen. So this is how you use them. I've never managed to get in one of these things before. Oh, they're horrible. They're horrible to pilot. And they're so slow. Shit. Well, at least they've got a gun. But I've got a gun. Even when I'm flying. This is... How do they know it's me? Surely you cannot tell. Surely you would think that I'm one of your own. How do I get down from here is the problem. Nope, up. I keep going higher. Fuck, I don't know how to get down. Okay, we're just jumping. We're just jumping. Nice. Yeah. I'm never going to go in one of those things again. I always see whenever I'm doing missions with other people, they're trying to get those things like they're somehow good. And it turns out no. No, they're not. They are crap. So I'm going to keep destroying them then. I'd rather just have the wingsuit. Fuck this thing. Yeah, I get you guys. I can handle you, alright? At least I don't have ammo when it comes to a... There we go. Nice. Got rid of it. Where are you? Are you above? Oh, are you guys also able to go invisible? Well, that's rude. Nice. How was that a headshot? I refuse to accept that that was a headshot. That was a torso shot. How short are these guys that that was a headshot? Genuinely. That's actually upsetting. Headshot. If I wanted to do a headshot, I would do a headshot. I wasn't aiming for a headshot, though. Hmm? Yeah. I mean, I never really understood the whole bisexual, pansexual thing. Like, I was pan for a while, before I realized that I just was confusing platonic and romantic feelings for women. But yeah... But I never really understood what the big difference was. To be honest, it's just pick whichever colours you prefer out of the two and go with it, I guess. I know that there is, like, a difference, but yeah, most people don't understand it, so just go with whatever. Everything's made up anyway. And as long as you're not being a bigot about it, then, you know, eh. Nice. I do need to kill some more people on high. We'll do that. Oh, there you are. Nice. Oh, I also need to get credits. Didn't realise I was supposed to be collecting money. We will definitely be collecting money. Wait, are you over here or are you back that way? Where are you? Well, someone was shooting at me and you were using some kind of laser sight, so where were you? Yeah, who cares? I'll find you eventually. And if not, meh. Yeah, I went to Oaxaca yesterday for the first time. It's actually quite nice. So I got chicken tacos. I like chicken tacos. My friend got fish and beef and chicken because they're trying to up their protein goals. I might try the churros next time. Ooh. What kind of art have you been getting? I've been considering possibly like seeing if I have the money to get commission done. Mostly because I was thinking about finding some people who like maybe do cheaper commissions, you know, like not models but just like draw stuff. And giving some people a couple of ideas for stuff I might want to try for like a model or for a character and just seeing what they come up with. Hmm. Oh, that's really cool. I could totally get some OCs drawn. Well, are they OCs when you make like fan inserts of books you like? Technically not, because it's not original characters. That's like self-inserts, isn't it? There's like different words for things. Meh. I also really want to like get some art done of something, but it's technically not a work I have rights over. So there's a book I'm reading, and they have a creature in it called a hackjaw, and I love the description of hackjaws, and I really want to see what one looks like, because I can't see it in my head because I have aphantasia. And I'm trying to work out, should I try and draw a hackjaw, or should I commission somebody to draw a hackjaw? You know? Because I think that'd be really cool. I just want to see what they'd look like. There's this one hackjaw in the book, because it's a zombie book, and hackjaws are like the zombies in the book. And it's a mix between a little girl and a hackjaw, and she's halfway through transforming. And I just, the way it's described, I want to see it so bad. But like, when you get art done of somebody else's book, should you ask the person who writes the book for permission first, you know? Because technically, it's their work. Specifically if it's like a free book, you know? It's kind of an interesting thing to think about. Oh, there's a turret. Nice. Right. I love how that just rolls down the hill. That's cool. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get the gems over here. Where is the little... Where is your things? There we go. Nice. And we're gonna switch back to gun. What's that meme? There's like a meme, that's cool. It's nice to have little Koopas sometimes. But, oh, there's like a meme. I think it's a Harry Potter thing. Yeah, it is. It's like an old, like, fan meme of it. Where it's just, I cast gun, prepare to meet God. But you can use that in so many different things. Because, like, honestly, fuck Harry Potter, man. That's one of the things that, like, it's kind of like sugar to me. I used to love it so much as a kid, and the older I got, the more I realized that it wasn't even that good. And then the whole thing came out about transphobia, and then you start looking at it, and you're just like, oh, the thing that I liked, none of it is the original content. Oh, okay. Well, that's both refreshing and also kind of depressing. Like, I liked the spells, but it turns out I just like Latin, so I just learned Latin instead. I just work on learning Latin now, and I'm having more fun with it. I love that he screamed when I hit him. Gonna see if I can get him. Yeah, go out. Go ahead. I love people nerding out on things. This is my new favourite sport, is shooting them out of these little crafts. This makes me so happy, now that I've worked out how to do this. Right. Are there going to be some more of you over here, maybe? Yes, there are. Hello. One. And there's another one. Get your shield down, sir. That's rude. Accept your death with dignity. Okay. Tell me all about your OC. What kind of person are they? And what kind of world do they come from as well? because the worlds they come from changes a lot of things. Let me collect my loot. There we go. Okay. So it's kind of, we're thinking Western name? American, Australian kind of thing? Or is it a world that has other countries? Where are you? There you are. I've got about 43 left to go. We can do 43 of these guys. There should be enough around here. There you are. Hello. Where are the rest of you? There's one of you right there. Fuck off with your projectiles. Well, we can level up instead, that's fine. We still need to kill these guys anyway. So tell me about Franco. What is his job? Does he have a job? What kind of time period does he come from? Because that's the thing, that's the bits I love about making OCs. Technically I've got like a load of D&D OCs that I should... I like dying. Okay. There. Okay. Chicago makes sense with the name. Okay, fine, I died. That's on me. It's not even that high level. Rude. Don't throw explosives at me, that's disrespectful. Alright. 1, 2... Where's the rest of you? Dropping bombs is not okay. Oh, it's people. They're not dropping bombs, they're dropping people. Still not okay, but we can work with it. Okay, 70s is pretty interesting. Because, 70s is like... It's either just before or it's during the AIDS epidemic as well. So it's an interesting time period. And then you've got the flower power thing of the 60s. Was it the 60s or the 70s that had Vietnam? It was either during or just after. So that's interesting. And you've also got a load of like workers' rights stuff that was happening in the time period. You miss out on a lot of the fun mob stuff that you get with the 20s. But, you know, every time period's got fun things to work with when it comes to fictional characters. I need to make some more, like, OCs from various time periods. Ooh. Blues singer, that's cool. Blues is such a, like, fun type of music as well. One of my favorite songs is blues. It's St. James Infirmary Blues. It's, I found the original, but I do much prefer the one by the artist that I used to hear it as a kid. Okay. I mean, you can have antisocial personality disorder and not actually hurt people. There's lots of people like that. It actually makes people very good at certain jobs. Probably would make you a very good surgeon if you had, like, you know, if you're good with, like, gore and stuff and you struggle with empathy, it might make you a very good surgeon. You just have really shit bedside manner. Which is like every surgeon I've ever met. They really need to look at how many surgeons have antisocial personality disorder. I bet they'd find a really high number, or at least autism, you know? Not that I'm comparing the two, but a lot of people do, so, yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't have to kill somebody to get your point across. There's many other ways. Is that a person? No, that's... Or... What about around here? Nope, no people dead. We're gonna go over this way. Ooh, what's the inspiration? Look at this thing. That's a cool looking shark. I like this thing. I want to meet one that's alive at some point. Look at how neat that is. I wonder if they sell prints of any warframe stuff. I need to see if I can get some fan-made content of warframe stuff. That'd be cool. Okay, Blues Brothers. No, Frank Sinatra did have some interesting connections. People always forget that. There's so many historical figures, and people don't realize that, like, they were real people, and real people are never good or bad entirely, and a lot of, like, famous real people are a lot worse than people think they are. Or, you know, I mean, I guess it depends on what you view as being bad. But mostly a lot of the people that, you know, people are like, oh, and they're like angels, and they're not. They're bad people, but some people, it's more complex than that. It's always interesting, though. What was that one guy? He was, like, really influential. And then it turned out that he also, was, like, one of the biggest... What was it? It was, like... Was it drugs, or was it some kind of crime thing? Or maybe it was serial killer. I don't know. But there was, like, a famous person from a while back that was really influential, but also, like, did a load of really bad stuff. Okay. Well, I mean, to some people that is evil or bad. People get weird about that sort of thing. I mean, personally, like, a lot of the time, the mobs and mafia actually do a lot of good. So, I don't get people saying they're always the bad guys. I mean, look at the government. But, meh. Yeah. I kind of want to take some inspiration from this book that I was reading. It's called Silent Concubine. And I really like the fact that the main character for, like, the first season or two is completely mute. And it's like a core plot point as well. Like, because people think that he can't talk, they think that, you know, he's weak and they can use him for things. And it's all about him getting stronger. And people going, what do you mean? Like, that's not supposed to happen. And I want to make more characters that have aspects of disabilities that I have. Because so many times in books, like, you don't often have characters that have, like, accurate portrayals of disability. Or they'll have disability, but it will, like, magically get cured as, like, a plot point. And it's only after their disability gets cured that, like, they really get, you know, I guess the big things. Fancy fit OCs. It's fun to give people fancy clothing. There's a reason that so many people, like, do rich people as their OCs, because you just get to do more stuff with it. But at the same time, I love playing around with, like, OCs that might not have money, but have skills, you know? Like a seamstress who doesn't have a lot of money and doesn't have resources, but, like, her clothes are detailed and embroidered because she uses all the leftover threads that the royals throw away to, like, do her clothes, or something like that, you know? Or like a baker who makes new and exciting inventions because he's using what he's got. I love the ingenuity that you see throughout history of, like, people who tend to not be as well off as the ones that history remembers easily. So I don't know, I just think it's cool. And plus you can get some really fancy outfits, like, even with various people. Like, one of my favourite movie clips, I don't know what the movie's from, honestly. And I wish I did, because I want to watch it. But it's either a movie or a TV show, and there's this lady who saves up all of her paychecks for, like, years. Just in cash. And then she goes to one of the, like, fashion designing houses, and is like, I'd like to buy a dress. And the lady's like, you can't afford anything here. Like, your lot can't afford things, get out. And she's just like, no, I have the money. I'm here to buy a dress. And I just love that when it crops up in books, you know? Like, in Pretty Woman. Ooh. Also like Ace. No. I don't think you are. Like, look, I'm neuro, like, divergent, so when it comes to chatting, it's often two people having slightly tangentially related conversations that occasionally bounce off each other when it's relevant. So I don't think you're in the ring at all. It's kind of just bouncing off things. And it's totally chill. How was that a stealth kill bonus? That was not a stealth kill bonus. I refuse to accept that counted. I'll take it, but I'm upset about it. Also, like, all my food goes off today. I have to work on that. Ooh, yes. I want to hit. Yeah, I didn't know that Frank Sinatra was, like, considered ace. So that's interesting. Death. Why is this invalid? They never tell me why. Oh, but that's not invalid. I see how it is. Hmm? I do like doing that. Like, you know when you go into, like, Sims or, like, any of those things and you can just make OCs. Yeah. That's probably not the same thing as what you're talking about, but yeah. Also, I like using Hero Forge. I love making OCs on Hero Forge. I like painting them with the little painty tool that they have. And then I like save them. Hello, Extremis. Did I just take a chunk out of that guy? I didn't even know that was possible. Okay. We learn new things every day, I guess. Hello. Oh, we get close. Wait, I can kill these guys on the ship. That's so cool. Alright. Oh, nice. I need to play Saints Row. Like, I keep hearing people talking about it. Probably you, to be honest. But I do keep hearing people talk about it. I'm pretty sure somebody I was chatting to on a dating app was talking about it too. And it does look good. And you always get new stuff. Like Baldur's Gate as well. I like trying to imagine characters from books, like as, like OCs. Like I don't know if I said this, but I tried to make a D&D character out of my favorite character from a book. I love the Ed Paulson series. Fucking hate the author, but I love the Ed Paulson series, and I'm kind of sad that he's the author who wrote it because I don't like him as a person. But so I was trying to make a D&D character based on it. I think Grave Cleric would be the best choice, but you could also go Necromancer. And it's just interesting because it's a great way of using critical thinking when you're trying to make a character that, like, you know in one context and you're trying to change them to another. Like, take for example Homer Simpson. If you're trying to make Homer Simpson into a D&D character, what race class combo are you doing for him? Like, you could go simple and say human, but do you think human would work? Like, technically, human works, because he is human. But, like, is that his essence? Or is that you just going, well, you know, he's a human, so human? I need to get away from the projectile. Fuck. The projectile keeps getting me. That's also a good one. I do like doing that too. But sometimes, you know, it depends on what I'm going for. I just like making them. Half the time I don't even use them. But I just like making OCs. It's like a fun exercise. Sometimes it's just, hey, if I was in this world or in this time period, what would I look like? Like, what would I be? Like, take Apothecary Diaries. If I'm in Apothecary Diaries, I can't have my tattoos because if I was born in a time period, or even if, like, you know, even if I am, as I am British, and I somehow find myself in that country at that time period, I wouldn't have the ability to get tattoos. So the tattoos are out, and I wouldn't be able to be trans. And it's like, would I be cis? Like, what? You know? Okay. I do love when people mess around and have, like, different OCs that aren't just themselves as well. What's that one I've got? I like making OCs as well that are completely different. I've got this one. I was making a doll of her. It's a steampunk character. So I started off with a uh, Claudine Wolf doll. And so I was using her to make a steampunk character. And she's got these, like, rainbow braids. I decided to give her braids because I thought that given the fact that she's kind of like a spy, she's kind of living kind of on the outskirts of society because it's like a steampunk world. She's avoiding the police. She's avoiding, like, you know, the authorities or whatever, because steampunk, you never want to be involved with them. Um, and so I figured that, like, braids would be good because, you know, you don't have to deal as much with styling, I guess. Also, it was just fun to make. And then you've got, it was fun making her dresses as well. No, I get it. I'm not a girl, but I love making female OCs. Like, there's something, like, certain time periods, you've just got to. Like, you know, like, there's just something about making a Victorian, like, nanny that just... I could, but why would I make my Victorian character a dude? I gain nothing from that. Like, yeah, I'm a dude, but if I'm making a Victorian character, it has to be a girl. It has to. It has to be either a lady or a girl, because what is the point otherwise? Like 16th century France, unless he is either gay or nobility, there is no point in me having a dude. It's just, there's no point. And even then, I can have more fun with the fashion if I make the character female. So I do, you know? Oh yeah, they've existed throughout history, so it's a whole thing. Having mentally and physically healthy OCs is, like, boring. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, the whole point of creating fictional characters is they've got to have at least a little bit of fucked up in them. Otherwise, what is the point? You know? The whole reason that I like playing around with OCs is I like making people who are either things I can explore with, that either I don't know and I can explore through, like, the character, or, you know, things that you don't see often. I don't think I've ever made a mentally or physically healthy OC. Because it's boring. Like, it's boring. Haha! Death from on high. Back up we go. Nice. Ooh, my shield capacity. Gotta love that. Gotta love a good shield capacity. There you are. Hello. You are tusks. Hello, sir. Anybody else around here? Nope. Well, we're going down to collect. And collect we shall. Glad I haven't seen any thumpers about today. I fucking hate them yet. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I love exploring with characters that aren't like me, but you do always have to be careful that it's not, like, performative or, like, fetishizy and whatever. Because sometimes you see people make OCs and you're just like, oh, you did that, oh. But, like, other times, it is just, you know, innocent. And sometimes, like, even if it's regular, then, like, some people can see it as that. Like, I don't know. I think it depends. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm gonna fuck off. Why is there a bomb on me? How dare you? Put a bomb on me. Rude. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. But it's like, I want to make trans female characters. And I want to make sure that I stay away from stereotypes. Or, like, other things that would be, you know, in bad faith, I guess is the term. And it's the same when I make like OCs or characters that aren't my skin color. It's just about doing research and making sure you aren't falling into like any traps. Like I said, I've got a character that I made a doll for that she's non-white, and like the fact that she has to hide from the police, it could be often seen as like a, oh, so you're making her a criminal. But it's not that she's a criminal, it's that like she's into cyberpunk. And, you know, it's cyberpunk. It's more the setting. Like if I made it a contemporary character and made her a criminal, and I had other white OCs and none of them were criminals in the same setting, that's dodgy as hell, you know? And it's also just trying to research things as well and just make sure, like, you're listening to the people who have experiences like that, you know? Yeah, like, when a cis person is making, like, for instance, trans men, and all of their trans male characters are, like, skinny twink bottoms who have, like, no body hair and basically look like women, you're like, no. Especially, like, when you're reading stuff and, like, all of the trans men, first off, aren't called trans men, they're called, like, you know, genital boy or whatever or something. And then, like, all of their stories just revolve around, like, pregnancy and, like, being horny. That's weird, and that's fetishizing. But, like, when a trans man writes characters and one of them is skinny and, like, a bottom or whatever, it's different. Like, I write trans male characters who are like me. You know? I mean, I'm not skinny, but I write trans male characters who are soft and wear cute stuff sometimes and are short and, you know, are submissive. And it's not not a misogyny thing, because I'm also going to write trans guys who aren't. Like, I'm currently deciding if one of the guys in my book should be trans. But, like, he's like 5'10", a farmer, sole provider for his family a lot of the time. Well, not sole provider, but like does a lot of manual labor, is like very traditionally masculine. Um, and it's just, it's the way people do it. Yeah, I love seeing like good ace representation. Good ace representation is so good. Because that's the other thing. Like, I'm ace, and so much of the time you'll see like ace character representation, and it's just like, ooh, but they're just like a child, so they just don't understand. And it's like, oh, okay, we're going there, are we? Like, I'm ace. I had somebody describe me the other day, and they were like, you are both the horniest and the least horniest person I have ever met in my life. And I was like, I think that's a good thing. I'm not sure, but thank you. You know? Like, I'm there talking about books with the most diabolical plotline and just talking about safe sex and the kink community. And then somebody hugs me and I'm just like, hey, have you considered how sharks work? Because I'm deeply uncomfortable right now and I'm not sure what to do in this situation. By the way, yes, that did happen yesterday. I was on a date, somebody tried to kiss me, and I just started asking, like, oh, do you think there's a boat over there? No, I know, 100%. That's the other thing. Like, when you see books, and it's like, they only ever have, like, submissive bottoms and, like, dom tops, and you're just like, oh, get a little, like, get some difference in there, you know? Like, I do love it when you get books, and they actually have, like, dom bottoms, submissive tops, or, like, even when they've got, you know, like, older bottoms and, like, younger tops kind of thing, or the whole, like, innocent trope, where it's, like, the top is the naive, innocent one kind of thing. That kind of thing I love, just because it's just subverting all of the weird, misogynistic, like, thing that everyone thinks. Because it does come down to misogyny at the end of the day, you know? And it is just a bit weird. Like, yeah, I happen to be both, but not everyone is. Or like people think like, oh yeah, submissive guys, they all look like femboys, and it's just like, no? Like, no? I've met some people and like you'd look at them and you'd be like, oh, this person is like terrifying and big and scary, and then they're just like, oh no, like I'm submissive, and you're just like, what? And it's so good. Yeah, it doesn't have to be though. And it's also just, it's nice to see books that like explore different things. I mean, I mostly just read stuff that's about like trauma recovery at the moment, or like just stuff like that. Hmm. It doesn't have to be the main thing. Like, it can be flavoring, like an additive. You know, it's like you don't have to have a vanilla cupcake to have vanilla in your cupcakes. It's nice to have it there, but it doesn't have to be the main ingredient. I say that like I add vanilla to things that don't taste like vanilla. But other people do. And it's nice when they do. Ah, death from above. Right, there's another one of you. Hello. Ooh, you went far. I did not expect them to fly that much. Yeah, there's like so much. I still don't understand the whole trans men lesbian thing. But also, I don't need to because it doesn't affect me. You know? Not my circus, not my monkey, all of that. Like, I don't need to understand, but as long as everyone is safe and consents and is happy, good on them. But like, trans women, if they are attracted to women, and only women, they're lesbians. That's how that works, you know? As long as they want to identify as such. But I don't know. People are weird sometimes. And by people are weird, I mean the people who are like, but they can't because meh, like, fuck off. Those people also never understand, like, the fact that not all trans people have the genitals they were born with. I say born with, nobody has the genitals they were born with, because that's how puberty works, but, you know? And also, even if they did, why is that your business? If their partner likes it, that's all that matters. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people think that, but then, if you think about it, society kind of assumes that everybody's into men. Like, I didn't know that lesbians existed for a while when I was a teenager. Because when I first heard about gay people, I thought it was only dudes. Like raccoons. Like, you can't have lesbian raccoons, apparently. Apparently raccoons can only be straight or gay. Which, I don't know, that seems weird to me. But I'm not a raccoon. But it's kind of that assumption. It's like a patriarchal, man-centered thing. That like, oh, but everyone likes men. And it's just like, no. A lot of people aren't. And that's okay. But, you know, we grow, we learn. And as long as we let go of the bad understanding that we had before and do better, then that's all good. Yes. But it is always good. If he's a trans man, have you put thought into binding and like chest compression and stuff for the time period? Because it does vary based on time period. I mean, obviously, you never have to make anything historically accurate. I mean, unless you're trying to be historically accurate, in which case, you know, you do have to put that work in. But, you know, because one of the great plot points you can put in if you have a trans male character is you can have like binding accidents, and like somebody could find out because of like bruises or like a broken rib or because of like them finding out. I mean, it's not because of the bruising or broken ribs, but there's that whole thing with Haruhi where they find out about the chest binding, and that's like a plot point in the book. Actually, no, Haruhi doesn't bind. They just wear a bra, not a bra, a vest. But like, it would have been so cool if they were binding. But Mulan, that's it. It's in Mulan with the binding. But yeah. Oh, okay. So Joey's a trans woman. So that way you've got like growing out of hair. You could do experimenting with makeup. That's always a great thing. And also you can experiment with the. No, that's chill. you can do the whole like trying to decide on names. That's something that's always fun to talk to people about. Like people, I love talking to people about how they discovered their name and like what they went through to decide on it. Because some people, they have like these whole stories, and other people are just, I don't know, just sounded cool. Um, and then like different people experiment. Oh, Janet, that's nice. I think that does work for Chicago as well. That's pretty cool. I don't know much about Chicago. But also, Joey can be a girl's name. I mean, I've got people in my life that have that as like a female name. Because like Joanne exists. But not everyone likes to just use their birth name and then change it. Some people do. Other people don't. I always like chatting to people and like comparing the two. Because some people are like, oh no, I don't want it to be even close to my birth name. Like I don't want my dead name to even be in there. I want a completely different sound, completely different letters, all of that. And other people are just like, I mean, I just kind of made my name the gender that works, and that'll do. And yeah, it's a fun juxtaposition. Is it juxtaposition when they're two different people? Because they're not like against each other. I need to go through the auto mod again. It's being weird. God damn auto mod. Yeah. I often put like the MTF, FTM thing on profiles just because otherwise I used to have trans man on dating profiles and the amount of people who would just message going like, oh, like does that mean that you want to be a woman? And I'm just like, God damn it. And I've just spent so long trying to explain it and I'm just like, okay. So I just put FTM now and more people get it. Some people occasionally still ask. But yeah. That's the thing about humanity. We're weird little creatures and our brains get confused sometimes. I used to get confused too, so it's chill. But yeah, you can also, there's the whole thing about packing. Not packing, tucking, that's it. And there might be like different ways of tucking depending on era. The 70s, it'd probably be easier than it would have been, say, in a time period before, oh, nice. Like underwear? Because underwear hasn't always been a thing. Or at least not underwear that we think of. Hmm. I have so much respect for people who, like, can tuck. Because it's different than binding. I mean, binding sucks, and it's difficult as hell, and it never works. I do want to experiment with tape one day, but it's hard to buy in the UK for some reason. But, like, when it comes to, like, tucking, some people get really good at it. Nice. Wait, what the fuck am I doing again? I need to get cookies again. I did not end up getting cookies, and I was going to get cookies, and then I didn't get cookies, so I should actually get those cookies. I got shortbread instead. So I bought cheap Sainsbury's shortbread, but it comes in like the massive circles that aren't pre-broken. So now I've just got like a piece of shortbread the size of a plate, and I've got to break it up into edible pieces, which I forgot that we have that in this country. So that was unexpected. Sugar cookies are nice. They're like simplistic, but so good. I sometimes get them at Christmas. I go to this little village where some of my family lives, like out of London. I think it's in Wales. Um, yeah, that's fine. And they sell like those iced sugar cookies, and they have a little snowman, and they do a polar bear for Christmas. So they're really nice. Mmm. Also, fortune cookies. Fortune cookies are so tasty. I love those. Like, I need to. I could demolish an entire bag of fortune cookies like in an hour, because fortune cookies are the best. Right, what am I doing with this? Ooh, do we want shield boost? Uh, I think. Let's see. I've got like 14 points, so I can't get either of these yet. But I could. Oh, that's full. That's nice. Shield capacity's good. We'll do this one. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the best trans representation is like post-transition trans people, and they just never mention it. It's just like, oh yeah, no, and like it's just a trans person, and then like occasionally they'll just mention something. There's this anime that I'm meaning to watch where the aunt is a trans woman, and it's like you don't see her pre-transition, but occasionally she'll just like say something like, "Oh, remember to let your friends know that I was born male, just in case they feel uncomfortable." Or like she'll just say something like, "When I was a boy," just casually, and like if you didn't have those parts there, you would have absolutely no idea that she was trans, and I just think that's kind of cool. Uh, I mean, learning about people doesn't make you bigoted because to learn about them is to understand them more, you know? Like, you got to learn about other cultures and other races and like other religions and stuff, and learning about other genders is kind of the same. Yeah. But like, I'm never gonna have the experiences that like a cis dude has. Like, I've experienced stuff that they're never gonna experience, and they've experienced stuff that I won't experience, you know? And it does change the way you grow up, and it is like kind of weirdly important. Um, but it's weird, you know? Because sometimes I try to imagine like, oh, if I was in this story and I was like a cis boy, like just I'll be in this story and just because like it's a historical one or it's something where I wouldn't have access to like transition because of the way the book is structured, let's just say I'm cis. And I'm like, oh, but then I wouldn't have this knowledge and I wouldn't have this understanding and I probably wouldn't have interest in this or I wouldn't understand this and like suddenly it's a completely different person, you know? And it's weird. Like I would probably still have the same interest in fashion if I was born cis. But like I probably wouldn't have the same like medical skills. Cause like going through puberty as a girl, you kind of get desensitized to blood. And so like also, what is it with cis guys and being freaked out by blood? Every single time I talk to guys, they're like, "Yeah, I don't do blood," and I'm just like, I thought you guys were always going on about like war and like being manly, and then they're just like, "I can't do blood," and I'm like, what is happening? What is happening here? I don't know. It's just every single guy I've talked to at some point has gone, "Oh, I can't do blood." I just find it funny. My mum terrified a group of kids at her school, because she genuinely forgot that boys don't have this. But she was like, "Yeah, so like when you're trying to work out what a metal is, you can tell by the smell, because if it's got iron in it, it smells like blood." And they just looked at her, and they were like, "Yeah, sure, miss." And then later they were like, "What the fuck? Like, why does she know what that smells like?" And a male teacher had to go, "So, as you're aware, your teacher is a woman. And what do women have that men don't have?" And they went, "I don't know." And the teacher goes, "Periods." And they go, "Oh, oh, oh." And yeah, um, she's been told to stop saying that to the kids because it keeps traumatizing teenage boys. But you forget, like, so often, I'm just like, no, I've cut myself pretty bad. Like, I can smell it. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, there it is. That's fine. And then I remember that other people can't do that. Or, like, I'll just casually say something and I'm just like, oh, wait, fuck, you guys don't know what that is, do you? So yeah, no, I do just find it amusing. Like, I just casually, I was in a military mart and I was buying a jacket. And at the counter, he was like, "Oh, I've just noticed this has got like blood on it. Is that okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can get blood out of things. It's not a big deal." And he just looks at me, and I'm like, "Periods, periods, man, periods." Like, I've washed blood out of so much material. I know infinitely how to get it out of things without causing stains. Like, okay. Also, that does often happen. There is a very high correlation between being trans and ending up doing sex work. And people try to use this as some kind of excuse. They're like, oh, but you see, like, trans people are doing it for sexual things because look, they're all sex workers. And it's just like, if you are a minority and you are on the fringes of society and you are struggling to get work in a reputable business and you need a lot of money for things like transition, what job are you going to gravitate towards? You know? Like, but also, especially if he is a sex worker with men, you do need to look into the whole thing about AIDS because it was a problem with a lot of trans women around the AIDS epidemic. Was that it was affecting trans women um, equally as much, if not more, as gay men. Because on top of the whole homophobia thing, people, if they did pass as women, then people would just be like, oh, but like you can't have it because you're not gay. Like you're not a gay man, and that's a gay man's thing, and they'd have to out themselves to get treatment. And it's like a whole thing. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, almost every trans folk I know has either considered it or done it at some point, or has done something like similar in some way, shape, or form. I don't know, but even if it is, then that's something that would happen later on in his story. Because if he is, say, 20 in the 60s or like 30, he's gonna live longer, and it's not like a young person thing. It affects everyone, so it's something to consider for like future. Okay, so if he dies in 1972, then that's like possibly not a thing he's gonna have to go through. But also, I don't really know the exact time frame of it. I know that it got big, but I don't know if it was like starting then or what. I don't know. That's also common, unfortunately. Also, you've got to remember that it's illegal in the time period. Like being gay and being trans, both things are illegal. I know that in the UK, they would do raids of men's bathrooms to catch gay men. So that's the whole thing. So yeah, um, and I don't know. I mean, it's the police and it's Chicago, so you can infer American police are worse than most other countries. Mm. Yeah, but if you're more feminine in public as a dude, you're seen as gay. You know, it's like, unless you're a super masculine, manly man, they're just like, are you gay or are you something else, you know? So, yeah. I mean, it's not much better nowadays, but it is slightly better just by the fact that, people don't have to deal with that sort of thing as much, I guess. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna add blast, I think. No, does that remove radiation? I don't want to remove radiation. Yeah. Oh yeah, then that is gonna probably cause a bit of a whole thing. People are weird in every time period, but it's less heavily policed nowadays than it would have been back in the day. I say that like it's not going back to that time period right now, but you know, when America is less of a hellscape, I have places I want to go, but I cannot. Because I am not going through your customs with my passport the way it is right now. Because my passport clearly shows that I'm trans, and I'm not going through that again. It was bad enough the last time I went to America, and they tried to say I had a bomb in my luggage. I bought playing cards, and it freaked out all the security guards, and just... Oh, Americans are weird. Like, your airport security is... Ah. Australia's not too bad. Yes. Okay. I mean, I'm not the best at it, because you know. But I can also send you, there's an author that I follow, and she's got a whole series on how to make characters from minorities you're not a part of. So I'll also send you that. Um, Sia Malonji, you can look them up on YouTube, or look her up on YouTube, and she's got a whole thing about making non-offensive minorities from groups you're not a part of. But yeah, no, when I've got time, I will. I should have time tomorrow. I've not got much on this week. Well, like, I've got stuff on. Thursday's a hellscape, but, like, I've got stuff on, but, like, nothing too much. So it should be fine. Plus, I like talking about writing, and yeah. There's also, like, some trans authors that I like getting advice and stuff from, or just, like, seeing the way they do things, which is kind of cool. Um, I recently got one of their books. I'm trying to find where to get the other one's books. I think that I might see if they have, like, their own website, because I really want to get some of their books. They've got, like, a Heated Rivalry style series, and it's a hockey one, but it's written by a trans gay person. And also, they've got, like, non-binary characters, they've got, like, dealing with PTSD, and, like, all other types of stuff in there, which is pretty cool. So that'll be nice. What am I doing? Oh, and I finished the Element series. I think I mentioned that last week. Like, if you have the money for it, I mean, it is technically free on Tapas, but if you have the money for it, I highly recommend. It does have typos, and it has some spelling errors, which it would have been nice if the author could have corrected that before, like, publishing, but it's fine. Um, mm, a lot of people do. I know cis people who use that kind of thing, and it's totally chill, you know? Because that's the thing, so much stuff that applies to trans people just applies to everybody. Like, it's not that deep. Like, there was recently a cis lady, and because of the time period where she got married, she had to legally change her name because her first name was too long or something to go on the paperwork. So she had to shorten her first name, and she also changed her husband's last name. And now because of the anti-trans bills, like, she's being affected by those even though she's cis and straight. Like, she is the person they want to be protecting with these rules, but it's affecting her, and it's complete bullshit. But then, you know, it was never about that, and everyone knows it was never about that, so, eh. They just need to stop pretending it's about anything else. And then, like, you know, cis kids have been using hormone blockers for as long as hormone blockers have existed. Like, everything that trans people use, cis people use, like, all the time. So the whole thing is just bullshit. Like, people chest bind, like, cis people across various cultures chest bind for safety reasons, or to fit into certain clothing, or, like, just because it's what they have. Like, maybe they don't have access to bras or whatever. And, like, it doesn't mean that someone's trans, and, like, I've seen swimmers tuck before, just because of drag resistance. Like, if you've got a big dick and you're a swimmer, you're gonna tuck, because it's gonna affect, like, your speed, you know? So people get weird about it, because, like, oh, but trans people, and it's just like, that's not the only people who do that, but okay. Like, but the people who hate trans people, they're never gonna listen. Because they've got it in their heads, and to them, the idea of something they don't understand being true, it's like, it's kind of, I think, a Dunning-Kruger thing, you know? Like, when you don't understand something, but you think you do, you're not likely to accept... Yeah, exactly. I recently saw a story about that, where it's just like, yeah, no, they just live as dudes, because if they live as men and never marry, then they're allowed to inherit certain stuff that, like, they wouldn't otherwise, and it's just... Yeah. The last of them are dying out, I think, because they got rid of the weird sexist thing. The fuck? Oh, I need a yellow key, apparently. Alright. Can I please kill you? Thank you. Oh, I found it. Did I find it? Is this the thing? I think this is the thing.
First key. Right. Find a matching conduit.
I have the blue key. Fuck. This is not the key I need. No, I need to go find the other one. But yeah, it's just... And then people just always forget that,
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
Okay. We're on defense, it seems. Nice. Well, I'm dead. Nice, thank you. I forgot that I've got the powers to bring them to me. Yeah. A lot of the time, just, there's so much shit that happens with that sort of thing. I mean, throughout cultures, there's all sorts of stuff like that, you know? Well, at least I've got affinity. Fuck.
Conduit destroyed. Dust yourself off. There'll be another around here someplace.
Well, I kind of died, so it wasn't exactly my fault. I'm probably gonna fail this mission, and honestly, it's fine. But yeah. Okay. So it is still a thing in places. That's interesting. But yeah, I don't know. And I swear it happens in other countries too. Like, the whole Mulan story existed for a reason. Like, you can't tell me that that didn't happen, like, actually happen at least once. Alright, where are you, fucker? It'd be nice if I could stop dying. Come here. Thank you. Oh, fuck you, mate. Come here. Oh, it's gonna blow it up. Come here. Come here. Die. Die, die, die. Oh, thank fuck. I don't appreciate this place. I'm just... Fuck. Oh, I'm so gonna die. This is blowing all my affinity. Right. It is good that they're not letting CEOs build things. Like, we shouldn't let CEOs build fucking anything. They're useless things to society. Also, so I've been reading a lot of, like, you know those, like, fluff books of just romance books where it's like, oh, and there's like a rich CEO and romance thing. But, like, I do not understand why people like those books. Like, why would you want to date someone with that much money? It's terrifying. You know? I hope your soda is good. And it's good that you're staying hydrated, you know? It's got, like, good vitamins and stuff. It's good for you. Well, it's not, like, good for you sugar-wise, but good for you in other ways. Where am I going right now? Oh, something die. This is... Fuck. Right. Ooh. I'm not a fan of sugar-free sodas, but I'm glad that other people like them. My shoulder should not have made that noise. Fuck it. But hey, that is an interesting mission. I don't think I want to do that one again without some of the little helpy guys. But yeah. But I've been reading a couple of these stories and they're like, oh yeah, and like they're a rich CEO and all of this, and I'm just like terrified. Like terrifying. Why? What is the SOA? What have you done? Have you done something? Or is it about something? Because we could do exterminate. I mean, I kind of want this guy to get a higher level first, though. Let's do like a lower level thing, I think. Have we got something around here? So we just did that. That's the one we just did. Olympus. So if we go Phobos, we've got... Mobile defense. Mobile defense isn't too bad. We could do mobile defense. Ah! No, that's fair. But yeah, I'm gonna do this one. I had pizza the other day. I had frozen pizza. I don't actually like pizza, but it's convenient. Um, but what kind of pizza do you like? Because everyone likes pizza differently. My favorite pizza is the one with like the barbecue base and they put chicken on it. I had pepperoni the other day. I like pepperonis, but I just don't like the tomato sauce they put on pizza.
This is a mobile defense mission.
I don't
You
know.
must
Maybe I'm
deliver
weird for that.
payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into
But
the
yeah.
network. Be
Have you ever
prepared
had
for
those
heavy
pizzas with like the
resistance.
white sauce base?
I can't do
They're
this
weird.
without you.
But like not bad weird, it's just like I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Yeah, the red sauce, the marinara, we just call it red sauce here, but yeah. Huh. People are always like, either they love olives or they hate olives. It's like,
I need access to a
it's
terminal.
one of those things,
Find
you know?
one and patch me in.
Me personally, not an olive fan.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
But it's mostly just the texture, I guess. I love that. Nobody knows you're here. Yeah, because I killed them. Hello. It is a quick death. Fast delivery. I've never actually had anchovies. I've heard they can be good. Like, they're good salty. I don't know how I feel about having little faces staring at me from my pizza, you know? I don't know if I feel comfortable about eating fish heads. And I know that's just me being weird. But they are supposed to taste really nice, and apparently they're good in sauce. Like, if you add them to sauce and blend them in, like, it's really good. So, maybe I should try that at some point.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
What kind of heavy unit? Like, what are we talking heavy unit-wise? Is it just this guy? Just say an extremis. Eximus. Yeah. I mean, like, I've never liked fish eyes. I used to get freaked out. We used to have a fish counter in my local grocery store. And when I was a kid, I never wanted to go near it because they looked at me. And I don't know. Fish eyes freak me out more than human eyes do. And I can't explain it. Pile of human. Well, are they human?
And get ready to defend.
Unsure. Yeah, it's like when they're dead, they've got like that... It's like this blank kind of thing.
I'm in,
And
Tenno.
it's, I don't know, it's
This
weird.
will take a moment.
It's weird. A lot of people get freaked out by sheep's eyes, and I don't get freaked out by sheep's eyes. But like, yeah, fish eyes though, I don't like them. I think because they're too much like people eyes, if that makes sense. Like, sheep eyes don't look anything like people eyes. Yeah, fair. People don't like eyes,
Still
they get
working
weird
on
about
it.
them.
Continue to defend.
Can you actually come up here so I can shoot you properly? Hello. Can I get you from there? No, I can't. Oh, I can a little bit. Nice. Weirdly, the rotisserie chicken thing doesn't bother me as much. Like, I'm not a big fan of rotisserie chicken, but that's just because I don't really like chicken. I like chicken breast, but I don't really like the
Stay
rest of the
focused.
chicken.
There's a heavy
If you get
unit
me.
approaching.
Uh,
Terminal hacked. Keep
uh,
moving.
yeah, you can. But to be honest, do you want to? There are a lot of things that you can do to survive in certain scenarios. Like, there was a guy who survived by drinking the blood of bats. Like, he got bats from a cave, and then... I also love chickens, but they also taste good. Well, they don't taste good, but it's protein. So, I do eat them. Chickens can, like, it's not that they can smell fear, but they can sense fear. I'm not chasing you, dickhead. Come back. I'm not doing it. I've got shit to do. But yeah, they are adorable and they are good friends. Like, chickens are such a good time when you have that ability. But also, I know that, like, it's a city thing sometimes, and I am a city person, so I probably should be like this, but I don't get the separation of food and animal.
May
Like,
your
I know
desire
that it's a pig I'm
blossom,
eating.
thief, and with
I
it,
know
wisdom. Farewell.
that the thing I'm eating, like, is a chicken. I don't know if I could kill the chicken myself and, like, pluck it. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I don't know. How am I stuck? Okay, I'm not stuck. But yeah, it's all weird. They've stopped selling mackerel, like, in my area. Because apparently mackerel's on the endangered list now, so they don't sell fresh mackerel in a lot of the stores. But they're selling the cans they have left, and when they run out of cans, they're going to stop selling mackerel. Which is really good.
You know what they
Yes.
say.
Go have pizza.
The road to good intentions be paved with hell.
That's not what they say. Where did you get that phrase, lady? That's not the phrase. That's not how it works. But yeah, go enjoy your pizza. Huh. I've heard of people who've eaten kangaroo meat. I find it interesting that kangaroos are, like, so beefy and, like, are so dangerous, but they just die of heart attacks sometimes. Like,
Location
what's
reached.
with that?
Drop me in and defend our position.
I'm not surprised. I mean, they're jacked as hell. They are, like, essentially just muscle. And that's kind of just cows, if you think about it. I find it interesting that ducks taste so different. Like, I've tried duck, and I don't like it. I don't mind duck eggs. They taste funky, but apparently a lot of people don't like them, but I don't mind them. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
My parents eat duck every New Year, like Chinese New Year, because my step family is Cantonese. But I can't. We tell my grandma that I eat duck too, because she likes it when everyone has the duck, because it's good luck. But I can't. I just have chicken instead, because I don't like duck. It's just,
Still working
it tastes really gamey.
Continue to defend.
I think I should get used to gamier meat, but I think I'd rather just go vegan. Jesus, okay. We're dying a lot today, that's fine. What are the words you live by? I mean, I live by a lot of words, and yeah,
We are finished here.
I mean, everything on Earth would eat you if it could. It's just either too small, or you're too much of a hassle, or, you know, there's something preventing it, so, meh. I mean, I'm still not going to eat hamster. Like, I know a hamster would eat me if it could, but I don't want to, you know? Because it's so tiny, what's the point? That's the other thing. I don't eat stuff that is too small to be worth the effort. Like, I don't see the point of eating, like, small rodents.
Heavy robotic signature detected.
I don't see the
Lock
point
and
of
load.
eating... I also don't eat the young. I don't do eating the young. Oh no. Like, you've never been pecked by a chicken, have you? But like, chickens do eat meat. If you were small enough, a chicken would eat you. If it could fit you in its beak. You know? Yeah, that is true. I think it's the same with rabbits as well. Like, rabbits are pretty good to be farmed. Like, they're... I think it's like cheaper to farm rabbits than chickens if you're farming for meat. There's a whole debate about people, yeah, that's because they're small. But like, if a chicken was bigger or you were smaller, it would. That's the thing. Like, that's why I said anything that doesn't eat you, it's either because it's too small or you're too big. If a chicken's big enough, it would. Also, like, I guess. I mean, there's enough meat on a chicken to make it worthwhile, but like, not a hamster. They're just, plus I'm allergic, I can't eat them anyway, but, I don't know. I get the whole we can't eat horses in my country because we fucked them up and now they're not safe to be consumed, but like, it would be so convenient if we
Terminal
did.
spotted.
Like,
Upload
if you
me
think
and
about
prepare
it,
to
something that can be
defend.
used for transportation and then at the end of its life can be used for food is so convenient. And they're like all muscles, they'd probably be good eating. But no, we pump them full of chemicals and now we can't eat them. I don't know.
I'm in, Tenno.
This whole thing's interesting though,
This
to
will
think
take a
about.
moment.
Nope, that is not a person. Someone just cut the power to this entire place. Well, that was something. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way. But yeah, like, if you die and you're around chickens, I think at some point they would. You know,
Still
they'd
working on
have
it.
a peck. They would.
Continue to defend.
It is so hard to see right now. Fucking hell. Alright. Am I just bad today? Or am I just dying a lot? Yeah. At that kind of point, like, I mean, to be fair,
Odds were
a
against
toddler
us,
could
Tenno,
kill you if they
but
bit
we
you.
did it. Mission complete.
I mean, I've been bit by a toddler before. Being bit by a toddler is actually worse than being bit by any of the animals I've ever been bit by. Because they've got all those mouth germs. Human mouths are disgusting things. That's why I don't bite with, like, the intention of breaking skin. Because, yeah. I mean, I only really eat, like, turkey when it's minced, but that's not because I don't want to see it. It's more just, the fuck am I going to do with a whole turkey breast? That thing is massive. Like, I can't eat a whole turkey breast. That's just the only reason I get minced turkey. Although they do have those tiny chickens. They have, like, poisson. Is it poisson or poisson? It's French. And I can never remember which one. Also, like, quails. Although I never see the point of eating quails.
Another job well executed.
But their eggs are nice. Yeah, we do turkey at Christmas. But I don't really do roast turkey. I don't like it. Yeah, that's also another reason I don't really like meat. Like, in primary school, like, we just get served chicken, and the amount of times that you just be like, oh, okay, that is, I don't want to know about that. I don't want that in my food. It happens all the time, and I just, yeah. But, like, turkey mince is pretty cool. You can't even really get chicken mince where I'm from. Like, you have to buy chicken breast and then mince it yourself. Which is another reason I just get turkey mince, because it's pre-minced. It's just a convenience thing. But yeah, because I like turkey burgers over beef burgers. I really do want to like that kind of thing. I'm trying to get into soy at the moment. What is it with all of the vegan burgers trying to emulate the texture of a beef burger? I don't want the texture of a beef burger. That's why I'm not eating beef. Like, I'm not going vegan for moral reasons. I just don't like beef. I like the smell of mushrooms. And I like mushroom soup. Well, when it's been seasoned enough to actually taste of anything. But, like, nah. Mushrooms themselves, it's the texture. Like, mushrooms, depending on how you cook them, the texture's off. I don't like it. And I know that's, like, me being weird about it, but, I'm allowed to. My grandma hates them. You're like my grandma. She cannot stand them. They do smell nice though. Ooh, what would be good? I've got a recipe for like a vegan beef stroganoff that I want to try at some point. And it does have mushrooms, so you're gonna hate it. But yeah. Huh. I mean, I guess Mexico is like really dry, and you do need damp for mushrooms. So it makes sense that they don't really have mushrooms. I mean, you kind of have cacti instead. And if you think about it, cacti are slightly similar in a way. I mean, not really, but you kind of either get mushrooms or cacti. I've never seen a culture that has both mushrooms and cacti in it. At least, like, before they introduce other stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of just, I like the idea of, well, yeah, we'll do that one. I like doing more vegan stuff. Just because it's fun. But yeah, I might show, there's a recipe I've got from Rainbow Plant Food, I think is her name. And it's a vegan beef stroganoff recipe, which looks pretty good. That sounds pretty nice. Also, that is metal as hell, if you think about it. Just hacking at a spiky plant with a giant knife. But yeah, we were thinking about growing mushrooms in our house, because like our house is such a damp problem anyway, that as long as you find a dark cupboard, you can get a cardboard box and a mushroom starter kit, and you can just grow mushrooms in this country. So I was thinking about doing it. Well, my parents want to do it. I want to grow those hen of the woods ones. They're the ones I want to try the most. Is it the hen of the woods? You know the little ones that come in bunches? Those ones. Although the hen of the woods ones also are ones that I want to get. Go make your pizza. Consume food. I mean, if you're used to them, it's probably not that big a deal. Just like, it's one of them, and just deal with it. I've worked out why there's so many foxes in my area. I found out that someone's been feeding them. I was walking home the other day and someone's just set out cat bowls in their front garden of like food for the foxes. And as long as they're not poisoning it, go for it, man. Like, stops them from going through the rubbish. And it's probably better for them, so that's all good. Obviously, check that it's healthy for them first, I guess. Who knows. I do want to check here, because I want to see what I need. Ooh, I got a new thing. I don't know what that is, but I'll look into it later.
Lay 'em low and burn their shadow.
Right, what have we got? Complete Whisper in the Walls. Don't have that. Kill. I'm not doing that. It's not happening. No. Vault Bounty. No. 3 relics. Yeah. No. Maybe. Definitely. We're gonna go for killing enemies.
Check what's next.
That was a bright as hell background when I closed that down. Yeah. I mean, they're just desert foxes if you think about it. I mean, I think they're different species technically, but yeah, they're kind of the same thing. They sound different though. Don't they? I don't know. But I've never seen somebody think a fox is a dog before. And why do so many people in America keep thinking that coyotes are dogs? I've seen it happen at least 3 times. And every time I'm just like, look, I am not that familiar with coyotes, because they aren't in my country, but I know that's not a dog. Like, have you ever seen a dog before? I know that there's different types of dogs, but dogs don't come in that. Like, dogs don't come in that variety. I don't know. So, yeah. But every time that happens, I have questions. Yeah, they look like it, but if you get up close to them, they definitely don't. Like, foxes act like cats. Like, little young foxes, and even the big ones, they act like cats. I have never once looked at a fox for any length of time and genuinely thought it was a cat. I have never got within 3 meters of a fox and still thought it was a cat. That's why I'm confused. You know? Because, like, yeah, orange cats exist. That's not a cat. You know? Why are there so many of these things about right now? Like, there's so many of these guys right now. What the hell? Maybe it's because it's cold and you guys are wearing different stuff. That guy, his face is going to get cold. But also, if they act like dogs with rabies, stop approaching them. You know? Like, stop. I mean, coyotes can be pretty cool too. A fox will probably also eat your pet if it's hungry enough. But mostly they don't. There was that story back when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys ever heard about this. It probably didn't get to other countries. But this lady left her back door open. And like she left it ajar because it was summer. And this fox got into her house. And she didn't realize the fox was in her house. So she shut the door, trapping the fox in the house. And it ended up eating her baby. Like, it got into her baby's room and like mauled the baby really bad. And everyone was calling for like foxes to be like hunted down and killed. And everyone was getting like really upset about it. And it's just like, look, okay then, I didn't expect that to happen. Like, it's upsetting that that happened, and I feel really bad for her, but it's a wild animal, you know? See, that is definitely different than foxes. Like, they just live here, you know? It's really not a big deal. But yeah. But it's kind of like possums in America versus Australia. They're like different things. Like, they're similar, but they're different. Ah, there's like stalactites and stalagmites, and they're causing problems. But yeah, I don't know. There are so many weird creatures on Earth. It's like, we've got like 3 different types of mice and rats in the UK. Like, just in London alone. And I haven't been seeing them that much after COVID. I think because there used to be little mice. Oh, fuck, not that thing. There used to be these little mice that lived on the underground. And you'd see them all the time. But, like, ever since COVID, I haven't seen a single one. And I think it's just because there was no one on the underground during COVID, really. Like, for a while. And so there was no one dropping food down on the tracks. And so they've just starved. And they're just gone now. But there were these tiny little things. They were like... I'm trying to think of something that's about the same size as them. But they were kind of the size of a croquette. Like a potato croquette. And they were so tiny and kind of cute. And just fluffy little things. And I am highly allergic. Like, I will die if they touch me. But they're still adorable. And as long as they don't touch me, I like seeing them. But they're all gone now. Which is a shame. I think they're dormice. Romans used to eat them, by the way. Yeah. And everyone was like, oh, but dingoes wouldn't do that. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Like, I'll never understand why people reacted that way to that story. They're just like, no, but she did it. Like, do you know nothing of wild creatures? Like, I totally see them doing that. It's not that hard to believe. I don't know. Like, if you told me that, like, your house cat ate your baby, or your dog ate your baby, I am questioning you, and you're probably a liar. But, you know, you were camping, you heard screaming, and a dingo dragged your baby off. Yeah, that's plausible. I'm still looking into it, but I'm looking into it more in the can we find the dingoes thing than I think you're a liar. I'm not going to 100% say you're not a liar, but it could happen. I don't know. But maybe that's because I heard about the fox story before I heard about the dingo story, and if I hadn't, maybe I would have been weird. But people, like, they see wild animals that look like the pets they know, and then they're like, no, but, like, my dog would never, so it wouldn't. Like, no, that's not how that works. And it's funny, because they'll look at, like, a coyote or a dingo, and they'll be like, oh no, but it's a sweet baby and it would never. And then they look at a shark and they're like, oh, evil hunter would kill me on sight. Like, where is the same energy? When actually, the shark probably won't do anything unless you're acting like prey. The dingo, it's a scavenger. If it's hungry enough, it would. But most of the time, like, ocean scavengers eat things that are already dead. You know, it's like saying that a vulture's gonna kill your child. Like, if your child's dead, it will go for it, but it's not gonna kill anyone. It's a vulture. I don't know. People mix up opportunistic hunters and scavengers a lot. To their detriment. That's the thing. People always forget that there is no such thing as an obligate herbivore. There is no creature on this planet that only eats plants. Everything will at some point eat meat if it has to. They're like, oh no, but like this thing is a herbivore, and I'm just like, yeah, and it eats its babies. No, but this thing is a herbivore. Yeah, and we have documented footage of this thing eating smaller animals. For a while there were people saying that hippos were herbivores. It's a hippo. Like, hippos aren't even herbivores, they're omnivores. I still don't understand why people got that one. But, yeah, people are weird. I need to kill people, didn't I? I'm just flying around doing nothing. Is there anyone around here? Probably. I mean, it's a road, they'll show up eventually. There we go. Right as I said that, they showed up. But it's like, shrikes. Like, shrikes exist. And they are tiny birds. They, like, if you saw a shrike and you didn't know what it was, you'd think it was a sparrow or some kind of, like, small, cute bird. And you'd be like, oh, it's a cute little bird. They take creatures and impale them on spikes and wait for them to die and then eat them later. It's just... like, nature is not the picture books you read when you were a child. And people need to stop thinking that it is. And also, like, just because something isn't cute and innocent like your picture books doesn't mean that it's bad and deserves to die. Like, that's the other thing. People are like, oh, either it's an innocent baby and, like, it can never do wrong, or it should be killed. And it's just like, no. Like, no. Like, stop putting human morals on animals. They're just trying to survive. And it's just, it's unnecessary. You know, like, yeah, the otters and dolphins and stuff do horrific things that make no sense to us and we'd probably consider evil. Sure. Does that make them the devil incarnate and mean that we should wipe them out? No. Because also, otters are chill most of the time. Like sea lions, you know? Sea lions have killed people. There's been like one reported death from a sea lion with a person. But they're also curious and they'll investigate us and stuff. So, yeah. It's just that whole thing of black and white thinking. Which is why I don't understand why it's like an autism thing. They're like, oh, but black and white thinking is an autism thing. And I'm just like, have you met humanity? Like, seriously, have you met humanity? Like, all of them have it. Like, I'm not part of them. But we all have it to some extent. Like, people have this whole, but there's good and there's bad, and you're either good or you're bad. Like, no. We have other things. Yeah. I mean, they're killer whales, not because they're whales that kill, but because they kill whales. Isn't it like a mistranslation and their, like, original name was, like, whale killer, and we got the words mixed around when we translated it or something? I heard that somewhere, and I don't know if it's true. But if it is true, that's so cool, and I love it. It would also just make a lot of sense if you think about it, because how many times have we ended up with weird names for things just because, like, British people don't know how to translate properly? Invalid launch point. Me. Fine. Better? Okay. I do just find it interesting. Also, people used to be terrified of orcas. They thought that they were all, like, murderous things that wanted to, like, kill humans, and then it turned out they're just dudes. Like they're just dudes. And a lot of the time they're actually like, they protect people from other creatures and they kind of do cool stuff. But they will also hunt down boats for the sake of it. Like, yeah. Yeah. Or just going, hey, what's those people called? And someone's just like, they're not us, we're gonna like give them a name that's really insulting. And then they go, ah, yes, so you are the this people. And the people go, excuse me? No, no, we're the people. And they're like, no, but these people said that you're like, you know, the savages. And it's just like, well, yeah, they don't like us. Why did you ask them what we're called? And then the person's just like, well, it's written down now, so I'm not changing it. Like, what? Or the fact that so many places are just called land land, or water water, or river river. Like, stop doing that. Because people are like, hey, what's this thing? And they're just like, it's a river. And they're like, ah, so it's the river of river. Like, no, I just told you it's a river. I didn't tell you the name of it. We don't have a name for it. It's just a river. Why would we have a name for it? We have one. Oh, yeah. There's so many stories like that. That's the thing. So many anthropologists are just racist. Like, they're just racist. There was that whole paper. I think I've talked about this. A paper came out. It's like an old paper, but like they interviewed a load of like African tribes. Like they said African tribes. Like, name the country, okay? But they never do. They just say African tribes. Like, that's a country, not a continent. And they were contacting them and like asking them questions about stuff because they'd never had the internet. And they were just like, hey, so like, do you do this? And they were asking the questions about masturbation and they were just like, no, we don't. And you can just tell by reading it that they are lying out of their asses for the sheer amusement. They're like, what? I don't know what that word means. Can you explain it to me, like, in detail? Like, what exactly? Why would we ever do that? Oh, we would never. Like, oh, you people, how could you, like, you can tell they're having so much fun with it. Like, if some random dude comes to your house and starts asking you really personal questions, you're gonna have fun with it. Yeah, they were just like, yeah, no, there's no way that they had these bows and arrows because they're like weak women. And then they were like, hey, so we looked at the bones and they have the bones of archers and they've got the damage associated with archers and they had to take it back. It's just like, stop doing that. Like, stop just putting your own random bias on shit when you don't have the evidence for it. Or there was the time that, this is why I don't like it, because people are like, oh, but they'll be able to tell what you are by your bones, and I'm just like, I know archaeologists, they can't tell shit. Like, the amount of times that they have misidentified the gender of somebody just by what was in the tomb. Like, there was a guy who's, like, they think that it was a male, but because the tomb was filled with, like, typically female jewelry and stuff, they were like, oh, this has to be a woman, and like she was just a manly woman or whatever. And then later they actually tested it and found that it was like male DNA. And then they did some more research and found out something about, it was like the way they were buried or something, and they still don't know, I don't think. But it happens so often. And honestly, they're probably just trans. Probably just a trans woman or like a trans man. But they don't fucking know. Yeah. That's also the thing. They'll be like, we found this thing and we don't know what it could possibly be used for. And people just go, that's a dildo. Like, that's a dildo. And they're like, no, the people of that time period, they had no idea. Like, they would know, like, no, it's a dildo. It's a dildo. Like, they found the bone calendar. And for ages, all of these, like, male scientists were going, I wonder what this calendar was used for and why did it have 28 days and start at the lunar cycle? And someone just went, period tracker. That's a period tracker. And they went, what? Like, yeah, it's a period tracker. Because who needs something to tell them when 28 days is up? And they were like, oh, I don't know, like women. It's so you know when you're going to get pregnant and when you're not. It's early birth control. That's what it is, you know? That is not homophobia. Fuck off, auto mods. But yeah. Also, just everywhere before, like, the West got there was very gay. Like, you look at every culture before, like, they got colonized, and they just had, like, multiple genders, and, like, some people were gay, and it was just a thing. And then, you know, people got weird about it, because the church showed up. It's always the church as well. Like, the church showed up, and suddenly you can't do that anymore. Like, oh, fuck off. But yeah, it's all over the place. Even in some places, they thought it was morally superior for somebody to be attracted to their own gender because it meant that their love was more pure because they weren't doing it purely to procreate, or something like that, if I remember right. I remember reading that somewhere. But, like, there was a culture that thought it was, like, more romantic. But, I don't know. Gay people have always existed, they always will. People just get weird about it for some reason. Fucking hell, I am just dying all over the place today. I'm just, like, dying so much, damn. Stop hitting me with projectiles, it's rude. I still don't know how I do that. But it gets rid of the projectiles. But yeah, it's just stuff all over the place. But it's also just, are you surprised? Like, humans are gonna do what they're gonna do. We have like 4 basic tenets that drive us to progress and decide 90% of what we do. And it's just the 4 Fs. Can I fight it? Does it feed me? Can I fuck it? And can it go faster? And, you know, if it can do one of those 4 things, we tend to like it. It's just worked out for us, you know? Like, you keep looking at human history, and it always seems to come down to one of those 4. It's just, can I eat it? Can I either break it, kill someone with it, fight someone with it, or use this as a weapon, or set it on fire? Can this go faster, or can I use this to go faster? And can I have sex with it? Like, that is just... that seems to just be what humans do. And it's weird. But it leads to a lot of advancements, so, meh. And it's also like, it's not about can we eat it? It's can I eat it twice? Because we can eat anything. And it's not about can we eat it, it's can we eat it twice? Because you can eat anything once. Like, literally, you can eat anything once, you just might not survive. And that doesn't seem to deter us. Which should be terrifying, and it's not. It should be, it's not. Because, honestly, at this point, we just like that. But it's like horses. Horses just wanted to go fast, and they destroyed themselves. And now horses are just abominations, quite frankly. Like, the more you look into a horse, the more upsetting it gets. I just... fuck, no. But, yeah, I don't know. Just... horses. They're weird.
Tenno! Sneaky,
Thanks.
underhanded, snaky little Tenno!
What do you want me to do with this information?
Special
Thank you for whatever that is, but... alright. Hmm. But yeah, that's the thing, like, half of our inventions either relate to food, or like somebody was eating at the time, or somebody ingested something they shouldn't have ingested. And it's just... or someone was trying to make a weapon. Like, half of our inventions were just someone was trying to make a weapon and it didn't work. And we accidentally made medicine instead. Like, that's not something we need to keep doing. But we keep doing it anyway, apparently. I still can't believe penicillin was invented just because somebody left their bread on a table. And then came back and went, oh. Ooh, actually. And then... didn't we get sweetener because somebody licked their fingers when they shouldn't have been? And went, oh, this actually tastes good. What if I made it into something? Like, don't do that. Like, you could have ended up making poison. Why did you go, oh, that actually worked, I'm going to do it more? Don't do it more. Stop doing it. But no, we just decide it's a good idea, apparently. Okay, wide radius. I don't want to do wide radius, though. Short half-life. Ooh, light speed but low damage. I don't like low damage, though. I don't have enough for you. I need to go get more stuff for you. The fuck? I don't even have the recipe to make that yet. I think I'm going to, though. No, because it's just fast low damage. I don't want fast low damage. I need those. Where do I get them? Venus. Yeah. I don't think I have Venus yet. I can make this. Ooh. Greater impact. I like that. I like the sound of that when we're doing it. What is this? Where do I get it? Nightwave Cred offering. Or Night Vent. Ocean Dwelling. So... we thinking... that's a fishing thing, right? That should be a fishing thing. I still need more stuff for that. Oh, that one's done. Nice. I thought that I had something to do. I still have enough for that. That's fine. But yeah. Or just, we keep making things by accident as well. Or we go, we fucked up and now I need to fix it. That's why we make so much good medical advancements in war, because we're just like, ooh. So I did a thing, and I probably shouldn't have done the thing, and now I need to fix the thing. Oh, I can. Okay. We'll go to Fortuna then. So I can, I need to buy it from Smokefinger. We'll go to Smokefinger then, we'll buy it. Well, if I have the creds, but we'll buy it if I have the creds. That should be good. What is the time, by the way? It's like 4. Damn, time's going fast today. I got a shark alert. There's been a great white shark spotted 50 yards off North Beach Island in Chatham. Headed south. By the way, I have a Shark Watch app, and it just sends me alerts about sharks appearing near the UK and Scotland. Why? I don't know, it makes me happy. I like getting the little alerts. It's just like, hey, we've spotted this shark. And I'm just like, oh, nice.
Guns, guns, guns,
I don't know.
guns, guns,
It's just a little thing that makes me happy, and I did it. I don't have to pay anything. Does it benefit me in any way? I mean, yeah, not in any tangible way. I don't get anything out of it, but makes me happy, so, meh. What are the other ones? Oh, it's just like Hinge and stuff. Don't care. I don't even know why I still have Hinge. I did get rid of one of my dating apps this week, because they've made everything AI now, and it's irritating. What are you? No, your legs. Are you Smokefinger? Yes, you are. Lovely.
The taxmen have imposed strict limits on the mining ventures we
Give me what?
Solaris can
Give me stuff.
undertake,
Okay,
which I
so...
hate to approve of, but I can't do anything about. So,
doesn't look like I have access to it yet. I need to up my level to get this. But I can get this one. Fuck it, we'll do it. I mean, I can't level up right now anyway, so I might as well buy stuff from them. Nice.
all done. Now,
What do you have in specials? I'm not going to buy anything off you because I'm not spending that kind of thing, but I don't know.
As you were, as you were.
What has Legs got?
If your ambition is the acquisition of a new edition,
I still love that he
I'm
like
just
just
the
doesn't have
patrician
arms
to
anymore.
hear your submission.
Right.
Pets, mowers, we've got
Browse
them all.
wares. What have you got? Alright. Yeah, we'll get some recipes off you. I need to buy some stuff anyway, just so I can keep doing things. Because I don't have the stuff I need to level up. And I need to knock rep down a little bit. But yeah, people make weird stuff. It's also a shame we keep getting really good inventions and then like due to funding or due to just people being dickheads, they never go anywhere.
Here's your manual and bot.
Like there was
So
this
full
girl, she made
potential
stitches
instructions for
that
use.
change
You'll
colour
find them essential.
when
Use it
around
well. This
infection,
device, go on, have fun. But do check the fine print. There ain't no
which is so
refunds.
cool. But nope,
And just
we don't
like
get to have
that,
it because
they were gone.
I think they do use it in some places, but they don't use it in like our countries. Like I want that. I want colour changing stitches. How cool would that be? Right. Oh no, that's you. Cool.
I wasn't always about the
Browse,
preservation of
wares,
life,
what have we got?
more
I
the
don't want bait.
strategic deletion of it. Conservation is my calling now. Scales
Okay.
need balancing.
So it is mostly just trophies that I can get. Oh, but I can get lures for animals. Is there anything I need? Not really. Oh, probably that one. I do need Strovers, I think. I don't want to use an Echo Lure. But yeah, apparently I should probably make some of these. But hey. I just want a Spectrum bait recipe, you know? Like, give me bait recipes, because I want to make them on my own. But no, we don't get to do that. We end up with other stuff, and it's fine,
Maybe
but...
later then. I'll be here when next you return.
Also, I wish that you could, like, trade in silverfish parts, because, like, sometimes I don't need the parts that I have, but I do want other parts. Like, sometimes I want to give her the meat. Like, the fish lady at the other market, I want to give her the meat, but I don't want the... I want to keep the scales, you know? Like, take the meat, give it to people, but I don't want the rest.
Solaris United
Yeah, I
don't
need
trust
bonds.
Daisy. But
I should probably do them in public, 'cause it's easier to get bonds if I do it in public. I might do that another time then. That's fine. But yeah, I'm actually going to go back to my ship and take a look at all of the stuff I just bought. Cool. I was also reading my Eric Linnaeus book the other day. I decided to read it out loud for a bit because I try and practice my reading out loud. It's a good thing to practice, and I do need to practice it because I'm not very good at it. And I was just reading a chapter out loud, and I was like, oh, you know, when you're reading this quietly to yourself, and then when you read it out loud as if you're pretending to read it to somebody, you realize just how much you would have to explain this if anyone ever actually heard you reading this. Because you're just like, yeah, no, like, I know what's happening in the book, I understand everything. And then you're just thinking like, oh, if somebody was listening to this, and then things start to click and you're like, oh, as you're reading about like cannibalism and like farms for using like children as meat, and you're like, yeah, I would really have to explain this to somebody, wouldn't I? Like, it's not as bad as it seems. Explaining it makes it sound worse. It makes it sound, it does. It makes it sound so much worse. But like, goddamn it. But when you're reading books, sometimes when you're just reading it to yourself, you're like, yeah, no, and I totally get this, and it's all chill. And then you're just reading out loud, and you're like, oh, I see it now. I see it now. Okay. Oh, I can make one of these. Oh, I need mastery rank 9. Oh, fuck off. I want to make it. Do I need mastery rank 9 of like all weapons, or is it like just this weapon? Rude. Okay, so I just need to get a load more fish. Do I have anything that even needs this stuff? I mean, I don't think anything else uses gallium, right? Yeah, no, you need the alloy. Okay. But is nothing using gallium here? I don't think anything's using it. Let me see. No, that's ferrite. Yeah, I don't think anything here uses gallium. That's salvage. I'm just like, yeah, they are using the alloy, but they aren't using gallium by the looks of it. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Son of your dad. Oh, you're using gallium. You're like the only other thing using gallium. And I also don't have the thing I need to make you, so it doesn't matter. So we've got like one other recipe that uses gallium, so yeah, make it. And then we should probably go get some fish. Fishing. Because we need silverfish. We'll live again, we'll laugh again, and it's better off this way. I'm still pissed with Apple, by the way. Because of the whole... I posted it on Twitter, I don't know if anyone saw. But, like, Apple Music, you pay for the songs. You bought the songs with your own money. And now they're just saying, oh yeah, it's not available. What do you mean not available? I own it. I gave you money, it's mine. You don't get to say, I don't get to access it because of my country or whatever. It's mine. Give it. This is why I use physical media. Honestly. The whole thing can fuck off. I'm not doing it. Like, this is why I just don't buy Apple Music anymore. And they can just go fuck themselves. I'm not paying you for something, because if buying isn't owning, taking isn't stealing. And you can't tell me, oh, but like you shouldn't buy secondhand because it's bad for my business. Because like, okay, bad for my wallet if you don't let me own the things that I've paid for, you know? And yes, I am very salty about this. Because my money that I spent on songs, they took another One Bites the Dust from my Queen album. Oh, fuck off. Ugh, fine. I'm like trying to fish, and you're just making my life harder. And it's rude. Go away. There. You done? Is that all of you? Better be all of you. Right. Fishing it is. We must wait for the fishes to come. And they will come. This is like one of my favorite fishing spots. Because you've got like a good amount of water. See? There's one. Haha! Nice! But yeah. I'm gonna go more over here. And it's better off this way. Also, I'm totally watching Apothecary Diaries again. As you can probably tell by the fact I keep talking about it. I need to get it on DVD. I keep trying to get it on DVD. Because I really like it when, you know, I'd pirate more stuff, but then you have to have a hard drive, and you've got to like put it on a hard drive, and I'd rather just have a CD. I have the technology acumen of a boomer, I swear to God. I still use cassettes. I've been using cassettes since I was born, and I refuse to give them up. They just work. Cassettes are good. And I'm still trying to get a good CD player. Yeah. But in my defense, I did learn all of my tech stuff from my grandpa, so maybe there's that. I'm just bad at spearfishing today. There we go. Nice. I've never really understood the dies, but I got it for a quest once, so I just have it now. I either got it as a quest reward, or I, like, needed to buy something, and I didn't have anything else to buy, so I just bought some, because fuck it. I think I got my max amount of bait for the day, and they just said, well, if you need to buy more credits, or spend more credits, or whatever it was, then just buy this. So I did. And it's chill. I also like the little animation they do when you catch fish. I kind of want to take a picture of it at some point and put it on a dating profile, just to make fun of the dudes who post, like, pictures of them holding fish. Which, like, I still don't get what the point of that is. Because half the time, they don't actually fish as a hobby. They did it once, and they took a picture of it. And it's just like, it's cool. But are they trying to show that they're a provider? Like, what is the goal with the fish picture? Because, like, if you're hobby fishing and you don't know how to prep and eat the fish, then it doesn't affect me, and I don't see why it would be impressive. And then, like, nice. I got it before it even spawned properly. Look at you, mate. But yeah, I don't know. The fish pictures are always just weird to me. Which one did I get? Oh, did I get a Krilla? I was trying to get the Echo Winder. But Krilla works too. Haha! Got it. Nice. I like these things. And I'm getting used to, this is like the slightly harder version of fishing than the Earth Island. Because the Earth one you just have to hit them. Also the music on this place is nice. I like it. It's the kind of sci-fi, like, bobbly, jangly thing. That does not sound like the right words to be using. Hi, I don't do music. Not in that way, at least, you know? I kind of might want to try fishing one day. Thing is, I just don't like fish enough. Like, fishing seems like a cool sport to do. Like, it seems like a cool way of getting food. And I mean, there's fish in the waters of, like, my homeland that I would eat, I guess. I'll eat anything that's whitefish, quite frankly. I've had rock before. Freaky as hell when you look at it. But yeah. I've had battered rock. They sell it at my local fish and chip shop sometimes. And I was going through a whole thing of trying stuff. I mean, I always am. And I just decided, fuck it. So we used to order like one of everything. When we had enough people to eat everything, we'd just all get something different. And then we'd all just decide what we wanted. We'd all try a bit and then decide which one we wanted. I don't know. I think that's a kind of cool way of doing it. And I decided to try the rock. Because it tasted fine. And I wanted something different. And it has a spine. I don't know. Just, I wasn't expecting it to have like a mammal spine. And it was freaky. It doesn't taste bad. It's just whitefish. Whitefish doesn't really taste of anything. So, meh. I'd be down to try and catch one day. And I mean, to be honest, as long as you like gut a fish, you can kind of just cook it from there, can't you? This shows just how much I have. Like, I have family that grew up in a fishing village, and I know fuck all about fishing. Other than what I know from video games. But yeah. I have sailors in my family, for God's sake, and I'm just, they're like, fishing? No clue. Well, I know about like net fishing versus line fishing. But still. It is interesting though. Just fishing villages are kind of nice. They smell nice. Maybe I'm weird for saying that, but I like them. I was thinking about moving to one maybe. I mean, if I do decide to go into marine biology, I was totally going to move to a fishing village. Or like a fishing town or whatever. Depends on size, really. Maybe I'll see about going back to my great-grandma's place. I don't know if they'll keep it in the family. But maybe I'll go there. It's a nice place. Probably downsized. No way I can afford that house. But yeah. I could work on the docks. They've got like fishing museums and stuff, so I could probably work there too. But yeah, if I do marine biology, I could definitely find work on like any of the coasts. Probably get a houseboat. That'd be nice. I was thinking about moving to Brighton and getting a houseboat. I think that could be cool. I had a friend, he has a houseboat, and he learned how to weld so that he could fix up his own boat, and he would have to spend less on maintenance, which is pretty cool. I think it'd be nice. Because when you've got a houseboat, you've got to learn so many more skills, and you've just got more reasons to do so, and more reasons to practice. I mean, you still do with a house, but you can kind of leave it more. If your house has got to move, you kind of can't put off that maintenance, can you? Ooh, what are you? Are you one I've already fished up before? Come here. Gotcha! Huh. I don't know if I've got you before. Well, it's not saying new fish, so I assume so. The fuck are you? Have I got one of you before? You look fancy. Well, I need some of you anyway, so... Nice. I know there's enemies about, but unless the enemies bother me, I don't care. It's kind of just turned into like a chill stream of me just fishing. Come back here. Ah, missed it. Fine. Haha, nice. Nope. If you like, sometimes if you aim right for the name, it works. Fuck. Haha, got it. It's harder when you can't see them. Space Caddy, I need one of you. Thank you. I might like pop back to the station and see how much I collected. Wait, I can just tab it and see how much I collected that way. Let's see. Okay, so we've got 11 Echo Winders, and then we've got 13 Krilla, and 8 Space Caddies, and 2 Long Winders. Might see if we can get a couple more Long Winders, maybe? Also, we do need more Space Caddies, so we should probably get some more of them. Come here. Gotcha. Oh yeah, I was going to try and have poutine tonight. I've got the ingredients, so I was going to try and make it. I haven't made poutine in years. I say poutine like I have cheese curds. I don't have cheese curds, so I just bought like a bag of cheese shavings because, yeah, it's cheaper. Like, if I can't get cheese curds, I'm not buying mozzarella pearls because they're ridiculous. Are they probably more accurate and closer to the like British poutine I've had in the past? Sure, but there's probably mozzarella in the cheese shred mix. I don't care if there is, to be honest. I'm not trying to make this accurate. And I probably upset a Canadian by saying that, and One day I'll have real poutine, okay? But they don't sell real poutine here. I've had raclette poutine, and I've had mozzarella poutine, and I've had weird homemade whatever the fuck cheese I've got in the fridge poutine. And that is good enough for me. Mostly I just enjoy a bowl of gravy with chips in it. The cheese is an added extra. It's nice, but I'm here for the gravy. And I'm gonna make some good gravy. Just need to see if I can find my gravy browning. Oh yeah, Americans probably don't know what that is. So we have this thing in the UK, it's caramel colouring, and we use it to make our gravy brown. Our gravy is the same as yours, it's just we put gravy browning in it, so that the gravy turns brown. And we don't put cream in it. It's just stock, and then roux, and then seasoning, and then gravy browning. And that's it. And it's nice. I like it. I haven't had gravy in ages. It's weirdly addictive doing fishing in a video game. I have straight up done this for hours before. Like, I have spent a whole afternoon just catching fish. I got like over 100 of them once. I think. I have spent entire nights just fishing in like World of Warcraft or whatever other game I have fishing in. Because it's so repetitive and calming. Let's go get our fish processed. Nice. Also, we got a nice amount of polymer. Off we pop.
You'll be fine. She looks peaceful out there.
Dismantle
Good choice.
servofish.
I'll leave you to it.
All of them. Dismantle all of them.
I love what I do, but never quite
Nice.
get used to the smell. Till next time.
They're fucking metal. What do you mean the smell? Don't tell me they actually smell like fish. I don't like the concept that the fish on Fortuna smell like fish. It's metal. I mean, I can understand if it smells like coolant or grease or oil or something, but you also smell like that. You're a cybernetic. So what are you talking about? I don't like the smell. Also, how can you smell? Your head is mechanical. I have too many questions. I don't like any of the questions or where they're going. So many questions. Why? Why? Okay, I need tinks. Fine, I can get tinks. And I need nocturnal hearts. I can get nocturnal hearts, that's fine. I'm working on the alloy. I can work on the nocturnal hearts as well. I also need more of these. Fine. I also need a lot more plastids. Fucking hell. Right. Where are these from? Okay, so you're from Earth. I can get more of that. That's fine. You also need... Okay, so I need to do some more stuff. I need some more echo winders. Okay. We can do more echo winders. So we need tinks, we need echo winders, and we need axodite. Oh, nice. Okay. And so basically we just need to do a lot more... Where are you getting plastids from? Phobos, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Eris. Which ones of those have we got? I think we have Phobos, right? No, I think we have Deimos. Which planets those do we have? Yeah, we have Phobos. That's it. We don't have Eris yet, Pluto, or Uranus or Saturn. So it's just Phobos that we can get it from. Okay. Capture, damage, rescue. We could probably do defense. I don't really want to do defense right now. I don't want to do rush. Archwing's quests suck. Fine. I just wish we had an open world to do here. Because that would be ideal, but we're going to have to do some of these. Yeah, we'll probably do survival. Survival's probably best to get more plastids. Alright. We'll do these. Bleh. There's an event I was going to go to tomorrow. It's like a poly munch thing that's happening in, I think, Hammersmith. Which is, like, far. But I was considering it, but I don't know. Like, not because like I'm against poly, because I am interested in it. It's more just I don't know anyone there, and it's far as hell. And there's also like issues on the trains around there, I've heard. So I just don't want to. Plus, I have another event on Thursday, so I'd rather go to that one, and I don't want to do both. Oh, it's one of these ones. Okay, fair point. I understand now. Yep, it's all cool. I get it. Haha.
Personal life support modules dropped by fallen enemies.
Nice. I'm pressing the wrong buttons today. That's fine. $88. Alright, we should go find one. Where is it? It's over here, isn't it? Fuck off. Okay, we've got like 80 meters. Alright. Off the pop. Oh, we got enemies killed. Nice. Right. Where is it? It's somewhere over here.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
Yeah. Nice.
Life support activated.
Hello guys. Nice ball to hit. Human ball. I still don't know if these guys are human. I think they are. Like sometimes when I take their masks off, they look like people. But you never really know, do you?
I delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy
Nice.
you more time.
Where's the other one? There was another one of you around here somewhere. It's good to be getting morphics though. They're useful. Right. Okay, so that's like a pulse thing. Interesting. I'm still working out what these different like buttons do. But yeah, the stealth thing stops working if I attack. Which is good to know. What does Jade Light mean? Because I'm still not sure. Because sometimes when they're that colour, then they're like infection or something, and then other times they're not.
Get ready for a capsule.
Alright. Might as well. I was thinking about, imagine if you were a time traveler, but you could remember songs that like didn't exist yet. There's a couple of movies about like there was a movie about a guy who dies and he's reincarnated into a world where Queen never existed, and like no, it's the Beatles, and then he like becomes famous because he's the only person who can remember the Beatles, and so he like recreates all their songs or something, which like cool I guess, but do you think you'd actually be able to remember all those kind of songs? Because, like, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of songs, but I'm not going to pretend that I would remember them. I don't. Like, I like David Bowie. I've listened to a lot of David Bowie songs and a lot of, like, Billy Idol and all of that, but if I was teleported into a world where my phone didn't exist and my music wasn't on me, I don't think I'd be able to, like, perfectly remember half the songs that I do, you know? Like, I could do parts of them, I could, like, riff off it. But I'm not gonna think that I can perfectly remember them. And, like, some of the songs I know aren't even in English. And, like, I don't know the language well enough to guess. Like, you know, if I was transported into, like, I don't know, pre-revolutionary France, do you really think I'm gonna be able to remember any of the songs I know in Korean? Like, that's not happening. Like, it's just not happening. And so all of those songs I'm just never gonna hear again. And it's weird to think about. There's just things that you'd never hear again if that kind of thing happened. I mean, obviously, that kind of thing doesn't exist. It's not gonna happen. But, you know, it's just interesting to think about.
Life support has been replenished.
Because, like, sometimes I think about games, or I think about books, and I'm like, how cool would it be to exist in, like, this game or this book? And then you're like, yeah, well, it could be. But then you're never going to be able to read the things you like reading. You're never going to be able to play the games you know and you like playing because they don't exist. The songs you like, they're gone. None of the bands that I listen to exist in, like, you know, if you were in Skyrim, you're not going to be able to, like, I don't know, catch the latest My Chemical Romance album or whatever. Like, they still make those. But, like, you know, you're never going to be able to listen to My Chem again because it's fucking Skyrim. Do you think the bards know My Chem? No, of course they don't know My Chem. They're not going to know My Chem because it doesn't exist in their world. Or, like,
Life support on the way.
you know, it's just interesting to think about. But yeah, and sometimes I like mulling things like that. And also, like, what knowledge do you think that we would know that we'd have to be really careful about? Like, say, I'll use pre-revolutionary France again, but say, like, you end up in pre-revolutionary France. They don't know what germs are. Like, they don't know what germs are yet. So, like, how are you going to explain that you wash your hands before eating? How are you going to explain why you do things the way you do? How are you going to explain the medical care you do for yourself without somebody trying to say that you're like a witch or like have you executed? You know?
Life support has been replenished.
It's definitely an interesting thing, and I have seen it explored in books sometimes. Wait, I can get out. Oh, nice. We're gonna fuck off then. But yeah, it's I don't know. I just like thinking about it.
Your crowns are safe in my grasp.
Oh, fuck off, mate.
Protect me.
Nope, we're going back this way, is it? Excuse you? What?
Life support on the way.
Fuck off, mate. That way. Okay. And then this way? Okay. And then this way. Yes? And then over here somewhere? Maybe? Yep, this way? Are we going the right way now? Over here? We're going over
I've
there.
delivered another life support capsule.
Nice. Exit. Beautiful.
Another job
But yeah,
well
it's...
executed.
There's a lot of stuff like that. Oh, cool, we got 34 bastards.
I return to the grasp of your golden hand.
Fuck off, Corpus Treasure. I don't like that guy. He's annoying. But yeah, I don't know. It is interesting to think about. Like, take Apothecary Diaries, for example. Like, Mau Mau is from the time period, so she can explain things in a way that other people understand. And, like, technically, I could use the knowledge and use the excuse that I'm a foreigner, and so I might know things they don't know, or might know things differently to cover up the fact that, like, I have understandings they don't. But how are you gonna cover germs? They don't have germ theory. They don't have, like, hand washing and the whole concept of sterilizing instruments, I'm pretty sure. So how are you going to explain that? Because I'm not doing it. If I'm doing medical shit, I'm not okay just not using modern science. I don't care if, you know, like, if I cut myself, I'm not gonna use stuff from a couple centuries ago if I know that that thing is not actually a good idea, you know? So I probably would be in a lot of trouble. Like, I don't know. I'm reading a book at the moment where these two guys get transported into a book they were reading, but they're both in different roles, and they've been reincarnated a different number of times, and they're trying to work out what's happening. Because unlike most of the time, like you see it all the time, they're like with isekais, they're transported into a book or a game or something, but they know how the game works and they use their knowledge. But this one is different because the book wasn't finished. Like the first guy, he gets transported in like pretty early on. Like when he's transported in, like he doesn't even know anything about the palace, and so he becomes the prince, and it takes him like way too long to work out that he's in the book, to the point that he dies because he doesn't know he's in the story because all the things he experiences as a prince, he doesn't know as part of the book because he never got to those parts of the book because they weren't written yet. And the second guy, he read more of the book. He knows some of the stuff that comes up, but it was still being written, like when he gets transported into the book. And it's just interesting because the whole premise is they're just going, right, so like this is how it's changed from what I remember it. And this guy's going, well, that bit wasn't in it when I read it, so like clearly it's changed, and like you must have changed something. And like, well, I remember this part, and it's just interesting. Um, it's also just a whole thing because like, but I also find it interesting because it's never. I mean, there is one or two. There's a K-drama where a professional chef gets transported into ancient Korea, like before Korea's called Korea, and she uses like her understanding of cooking and stuff. And I really love that one. It's great. And then there's this other one which is I haven't seen this one yet, but it's a doctor, like a surgeon, gets transported back to I think it's also Korea, but it could be Japan. Like no, not Japan, China. And I'm not sure whether it's Korea or China because they always do one of the two in K-dramas. Like sometimes they do China for some reason. I think because their histories are linked. I don't 100% know. But yeah, and he's just there going, fuck, how am I going to explain this? Like, I know what's wrong, and I know how to do this, but like, it's not how they do it. So how am I gonna get people to understand and like not call for my death? You know? So it's interesting because that's my favorite thing about time travel stuff. They're just like, right, so where they just slip up and they say something. Because the whole reason he finds out that one of the guys is, like in the book I'm currently reading, the whole reason he finds out that this guy is also has been isekai'd is the fact that he says something just out of pocket, which doesn't exist in the time period. He says I can't remember what it was, but he says like common slang or something, or refers to some kind of food or some kind of modern thing. Um, and everyone else is like, the fuck? And he's like, you're like me. You know the thing. You're like me. Um, and I just find it so funny. Right. Let us get the drill. Nope, it's this way. I like that it tells me where the rocks are now. It sucked trying to find stuff before I got this bit. Around here. There you are. Nice. That's new. That's definitely new. I didn't have that before. So that's okay. We're legging it. I don't want to fight. I'm not in the mood for fighting right now. I've been dying too much today. Is it because I have a different companion? Is that why my health is so low? Fuck, they're gaining on me. No, don't gain on me. I'm not trying to fight you. Go away. I'm being a chicken and I don't care. What if I find a cave? There's loads of stuff in caves, right? So I'll just go find one of the caves. There should be one around here. There's always one around water, normally. I mean, haha, there we go. See? Found one. It did work out. Right. Give me the rocks. Over here it is. We are going searching. We are searching. We are marching along. We are marching in the light of God. Why are like 90% of my songs religious? That's another thing. Like, if I was on Apothecary Diaries, I'd have to deal with the fact that like I come from a culture that has completely different religious stuff to them. And that would 100% cause problems. Because you know at some point, I mean, there's also the fact that I don't speak Mandarin, but, like, you know at some point I would say something like Jesus fucking Christ. And then I'd have to explain, A, who Jesus is, who Christ is, and why I'm swearing. I mean, like, if you're isekai, normally it goes that you automatically learn the language. It's like a hand-wavy thing. They're just like, boom, and you speak it. Because they kind of have to. It's like a Doctor Who thing, you know? Like in Doctor Who, the companions can always speak the language because the companions not speaking the language would cause problems. I love that episode with Doctor and Donna, where they're in ancient Rome and Donna speaks Latin at him and he's just like, no, stop it. Just like, what? Like, that's not helpful, Donna. Ah, fuck. Okay. And then, nice. There it is. It's just plasmids. Fine. Anyway, on the top level now at least. Where is it? How far down are we thinking? Well, there's one over there. That one? It is that one. Okay. Nice. Ooh, Goblate. Is that the name? No. Do I care? Also no. It's fine. But it is good. It's fine. We're working on it. Beep, 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 beep. I love the little ticky beepy sounds that it makes. It does make hunting for gems just... It just feels nice. Alright, where are you? There you are. Found you. Imagine if mining was this easy, like in real life, and they just glowed and you could find them. That would be so nice, but nope, nature doesn't do that for you. Which, to be fair, probably for the best. Valid launch point. Fine. That better? Who is around? Yeah, not you. Fuck off with your projectile warnings. Rude. Birds, right? Which bird? Why are you in the cave? You're never normally in the cave. Yeah, it's just you guys. That's fine. I don't care if it's pinging. It's not on me. They can go to their thing and get pinged. And be annoyed with their co-workers for setting up a false distress sequence, bearing in mind I'm not there now. That would be funny. Like, imagine that actually happened though. Your co-worker sets up like a distress beacon and you show up and there's just nothing there. And your co-worker's looking a bit sheepish and like, no, but they were here. It's like, yeah, of course they were here. It's the third time this week, Jeffrey. Like, they're never here. You always say they're here and they're never here. And it's just like... And one time, they are going to be there and they're not going to leave. And everyone's just going to leave him to die because he keeps putting up distress beacons and no one believes him. Does that count as the boy who cried wolf? Because, like, he never cries wolf. They are there every single time. It's just they always leave. And so no one ever believes him. I mean, technically that is not Boy Who Cried Wolf, but it has the same outcome. You know? My brain does weird things. It's fine. It is kind of cool to have the snow and things. It's only like cave entrances. What's this? That's cool. A little bit of graffiti. Don't put graffiti on like nature though. Oh, it's just a double tap. Okay, double tapping it is what makes me teleport. Nice. But yeah, like, don't graffiti nature. Like, trees, rocks, don't graffiti those. But man-made structures, I love seeing them with a little bit of graffiti on them. I love seeing, like, you know when people do tags and they use, like, the different colors and techniques and they, like, really make it complex and there's multiple colors? I love seeing those. Like, I don't know. A lot of people are like, oh, I hate tags. And it's just like, I mean, yeah, when it's like a single color and it's just a hastily scribbled kind of just name on something, especially if they put it over a really nice mural that someone spent time on, yeah, it kind of annoys me. But I don't get why people hate graffiti. It's nice. It brings a bit of color to places. Like, everything's so grey nowadays. And I love it when you've got, like, the bright murals and people do the little drawings. And everyone's got a different style. And you've got, like, some people use, like, pinks and blues and greens and yellows. And it's just... you get all the cool different styles and, like, different handwriting. It just... it's fun. It's like when people put stickers up all over the place. I don't get why people are so pressed. Like, why do people get so weird about people putting stickers on lampposts? It makes a place look lived in. It makes it look nice. Gives it a bit of colour, gives it a bit of life. Like, I love that kind of thing. I mean, yeah, I will take down any racist or bigoted stickers I see. And same with any flyers. Like, if I see racist or bigoted shit, that's coming down. But I do love seeing, you know, like... there's a thing people do around here. It's called guerrilla knitting. And it's like people will sneak out like in the early morning or in the evening when everyone's asleep. And they just put little hats on the post boxes. Or on like the bins and stuff. They knit little hats for them. And it's so cool. And they're always so creative. And I love seeing it. Because I must say it's whimsical. I think it's whimsical. It just makes a place look fun and fancy fresh. It's nice. That is probably not the proper use of fun and fancy fresh, but I don't care. Also, that is such an outdated term, but again, I don't care. Because it is. It's neat, and I like it. I love when people paint the shutters on their shops. Like, you know, like some areas, they'll paint the shutters and they'll like pay people to do graffiti on the shutters. I just think that makes a place look so much cooler. Like, particularly if you theme it around your shop. Like, I've seen some places where they have themed it around their shops. I've got one of you though, I don't care. But yeah, and like, they'll theme it around their shop. And, like, it's kind of free advertising in a way. Like, your shop's closed. And yeah, I can see the signs, but the art just makes me want to come here when it's open. Because I want to know who, like, because you paid for it. You paid for the art, or like, people liked you enough to do the art. And I don't know, I just think it reflects the business, it reflects the people who run it. And it just makes them seem cooler and more welcoming and just nicer, you know? And it also just, it brings some life into the street. Like, sometimes when all the shops are closed and you're walking down the street, all of the dark buildings and like the metal shutters, particularly when all the metal shutters are just like the factory standard grey, it's so depressing. And you're just like, ugh. Like, you're walking home and you're just like, I feel like I'm in a concrete jungle. Like, I know I'm in a concrete jungle and it's a city, but it feels like it too. And it just kind of sucks. And I don't like it. Oh, fuck off. You were not here 5 seconds ago. I swear to God you were not here. Level 30. Fuck you for being level 30. Right, you. Come here. Get down here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stay down, please. Anyway. Gems. We're going to go find some. Yeah, no. And then, like, sometimes you'll go into areas, and it's like, even with the street lights dimmed, and even with the streets empty, and, like, there's nobody else around, it feels lived in. Like, it doesn't feel depressing or dead or anything, because you can still see the art people have left behind, and you can see the personality of the buildings, and it just makes it feel so much nicer. But it's weird. I don't know. And it's also very much like a class thing. Like, in the higher class areas, I say higher class, they're not really classy. Richer areas, they have more money, that's it. But in the areas where the rich people live, like, it's so just drab. And yet, during the day, they've got their flowers and their planters, and like, they have more nature around, which is nice. But then, like, after dark, it's just this whole, well, you shouldn't be out anyway. Like, why would you be out after dark? Like, you do everything during the daytime because we have free time, like, because we have money, and so why would anybody be out after dark unless they're a bad person, kind of thing. And so there's just nothing to do. And it's just a bit weird. And because there's, like, nobody around in nighttime, like, nobody's around when it's dark, it kind of means that, like, no one's thinking about it. Because, oh, well, you know, we aren't out at night, so why would anyone else be, kind of thing. And, I don't know, it's just... Like, I get it. You're at home, and you're, like, watching your TV programs, but I like being out at night. I like walking around, I like seeing stuff. And, like, when I go to places that are stereotypically, like, lower income, it's, like, bright, and there's art everywhere, and there's stickers and posters, and there's music, and there's people, and yeah, the music is a bit loud for my liking, because I have sensory issues, and that's my business. But, like, it still feels lived in. It feels like people are having fun. And I like it. I like the fact that it feels welcoming. And, you know, there's just people talking and people hanging out, and there's shops that are still open after like 7. Like, when you're in like some of the areas that are more posh, like, everything just closes. It gets to like 5 and everything just starts closing, and it's just like, oh, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then. Like, I guess I'll just go home, I guess? Like, unless it's certain restaurants or certain pubs, there's like nothing open in the evening, and it's like, I don't want to go to a pub and spend like, you know, $12 sitting at a table drinking socially appropriate alcohol with low kind of indie music playing and sports on the telly, because that's the only clubs in rich areas. They don't have like nightclubs, they don't really have bars, they don't have any of that. You've got to go to the areas that are, you know, not where the rich people live to do anything fun. And so I just don't get it. Like, yeah, it's nice to go to one of the rich areas and like hang out in their fancy parks for a day. Sure. Like, I love me a park. They've got like a lot of green space, and their green space is very well maintained, and I don't know, it's still boring as hell though, because it's all just, it's just open grass, there's nothing there. Like, they've got walking trails, and it's great if you want to go and look at nature. Like, if you want to go look at nature, go to one of the rich people areas. And you can sit on a bench, and you can look at the ducks, and maybe if you're lucky, look at an old house, and like, you'll see an old like mansion house or something, I don't fucking know. But if you want to go and do anything fun, go literally anywhere else. Like, literally anywhere else. Like, you want a fun day? Go to somewhere where there's graffiti. Like, if you don't see graffiti, if you put a sticker up and you come back the next day and it's already been taken down, don't bother going back there. There's, like, you can't afford anything at the shops anyway. And, I mean, the charity shops are a good place to go if you want to get business attire. But honestly, don't bother. Like, don't bother. I've been to a pet shop in a rich area because I was doing dog walking for a bit to get some like job like work experience on my resume. I couldn't do pay for it because you have to have a license to do dog walking for pay, but I was doing it for free. And like, first of all, I don't like working with rich people. They're weird. But I was working with these rich people and they were like, oh yes, and we'll go to this shop and it's her favorite and they're so nice there and they'll give her treats. I can't afford anything in that pet shop. Like the cheapest things they have there. Like you'll go to like pet shops where I live or pet shops near me or like pet shops like in East London or like any of the kind of ones with regular people where regular people live. And you'll find like, you know, $2 for this, $5 for this sort of thing. The cheapest thing they had in that shop was £14. Who is spending £14 on a casual day out with their dog? She's like, oh yes, I'll just pick this up. You live in a tax bracket that I can't comprehend, and like, I can't even say good for you because honestly, I kind of hate you for it. Because what are you doing? That's the thing. Whenever I meet somebody who's like got fuck you money, they aren't doing anything. Like, they have the same lifestyle as me and I'm on benefits. Half the time they're doing less than me and I'm on benefits. And I'm just like, how do you have fuck you money and I don't? Most of the time it's just because they married someone rich or like family. But I don't know, it's just weird. And I'm not saying it's I'm jealous. I don't like. What would you do with that? Sometimes I like going on like house websites and I like looking at like how much certain amounts of money can buy you in different areas. And I found a house in Wales that's like, it cost £1 million, which like for £1 million in the UK, like in London, you can get like a 4-bedroom house and a garden in a semi-decent area. Like not a mansion, just like a 2-story family home, semi-detached, right? But then in Wales, you can get a mansion with like 14 bedrooms, a built-in library, like a dining area, downstairs kitchen, personal laundry room, like 40 plus acres of land. What is happening? What are you gonna do with that? Like, who on earth could ever do anything with that amount of house? Like, I don't even understand how people used to have houses that big, because what are you gonna do with it? You know? What are you gonna do with 14 bedrooms? How big is your family? Because I know back in the day, your family was not 14 people. And 14 people, it's not, you can fit more than 14 people in 14 bedrooms. Like, what, why? I mean, I know back in the day, like, half those bedrooms were for servants, and there's actually, like, 4 bedrooms, maybe 5 for the rich people, and, like, they'd have guest bedrooms to invite people around, but why? Why? Like, no, just get a pull-out couch. I know they didn't have them back in ye olde days, but no, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. There's, like, I like looking at houses and seeing kind of like, it's kind of FOMO, it's not FOMO, but like, if I had infinite money, what kind of house would I want? Like, if we're not talking money, what kind of house would I want? And I like doing that and just kind of seeing, going, oh, I mean, like, that house is kind of nice. Oh, I don't really like this house. Like, oh, I like the idea of having a garden, kind of thing. But sometimes I'm just looking at them and I'm like, what are you doing with this? Like, you can make a hotel, I guess, but are you even allowed to? Don't you have like, isn't there like zoning laws or something? Because 40 acres, realistically, what are you doing? Because you can't start a farm on that because it's not designated farming land, and you're going to have to do so much paperwork to get that designated farming land. So what are you doing with that much land? Like, genuinely, because it's not forest. I mean, I guess you could turn it into forest, but I'm pretty sure you'd still have to fill out a load of paperwork for that. It's just, I don't know. Oh fuck, it's like 10 past 5. I've just been chatting shit about like UK housing for a while. I don't know, sometimes I like thinking about like situations and like I imagine relationships. I was reading this book and in the book they have like a private house and a private jet. And I actually had to put the book down because if I had a boyfriend And I found out that boyfriend had a private jet. I don't have a boyfriend anymore. It's no, no, no. No. I'm never setting foot on one of those things. I don't want to. I don't like the idea of them. They are unsettling, and I don't. No, you know, it's not right. To be fair, I don't even think I ever want, like, I might try if I ever have the money. I think I do want to try first class just once, because the thing is, I don't think I'm gonna like first class, and I want to try it because I want to prove this to myself because I don't like flying. I don't like flying. It is uncomfortable, right? And the idea of flying with that much space around you makes it worse. It makes it worse. Like, I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe in my chair. Business class, business class is plenty fancy for me. Like, if I want a little treat, if I have the money, business class, you know? You get slightly better meals, you get a bit more leg room, the chair's a bit comfier, it goes back. Lovely. Lovely. What the fuck are you doing with first class? I've seen them. No. No. I don't want it. No. Anyway, that's my weird rant about things. I like the idea of talking to people because I genuinely don't understand why some people want to be rich. What are you doing with it? Like, I want enough money where I don't have to think about it because I want to just not have to try and work out if I can afford a loan so I can get surgery. I want to, like, not have to consider if I can afford education. I can just do it. And I want to just have a house that is mine and I own. But that's it, you know? It's I don't need more. I don't want, like, maybe a holiday a year. Like, maybe like a little bit of money. I'm not talking like, first class resorts and everything. Just, I don't know, plane tickets, stay somewhere like a youth hostel, explore a little bit, go to some local markets, eat at some of the local dining spots if they allow me. Just see a new place once in a while. That's it. But then I mean, it's weird. My grandparents are rich as fuck. Well, not rich as fuck. I've seen richer people. But when I was younger, they were the richest people I knew. And they had like a lot of money. But at the same time, I lived in their house and I was on benefits and I was poor. And it's a weird juxtaposition. So, like, on the one hand, I understand, you buy things because they're quality. Buy nicer, buy twice. All this shit my grandpa told me. I have savings. Like, they're not much. They aren't enough to afford anything. But I haven't. And on the other hand, everything I've owned pretty much has always been secondhand or gifted. And I don't understand people who don't like secondhand stuff because everything's always been secondhand and there's been nothing wrong with it. You just clean it and it's as good as new and you don't even know half the time. And half the time it's comfier, it's better. And then just, I've never had that much money personally, like my parents. My mum hasn't, I haven't. So the idea of like people with that much money, it's like, why? What are you doing with it? Like, what's the point? I mean, you're not happy. None of them are happy. So, what's the point? You know? If money doesn't buy happiness, why keep it? Get rid of it. Money would buy me happiness to a certain extent, and then at that point, doesn't anymore. But I'll never understand rich people. It's like a disease. Like, it is. It's like a disease, if you think about it. Like, if you look at some of the behaviors and some of the mentality of rich people, and then you look at, like, some mental diseases, like, we're talking, like, Capgras syndrome, or, like, sudden onset, like, drug-induced psychosis and things like that. I mean, they're not diseases, they're conditions. Or you look at, like, rabies and, like, the fear of water that people with rabies have, or, like, parasites and how they change your behavior sometimes. There's parallels. Like, there's a lot of parallels. Like, if you look at people who have severe B12 deficiency that induces psychosis, you see a lot of behavior that you see in rich people, and it's just like, it, it's a sickness. Like, it's a sickness. It's, I'm never going to get people to sponsor me if I openly talk about hating rich people. This is why this is like I need to learn to shut the fuck up because I'm not gonna lie, I'm on sugar baby sites. I am. I'm on sugar baby sites because I need money. I don't like rich people, but they have money. I need money, but I can't suck up to anybody to save my fucking life. So yeah, I the power I would have if I could pretend, like you know those girls who like use the bimbo stereotype to their advantage, and they use it to like just scam the ever loving shit out of like assholes. Oh, I love their power. I love their power so much. The ability to act that well and to hold your tongue and to put up with their bullshit until you make bank. Oh, just it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful and I respect them so much and I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't. I when I first started streaming, I was trying so hard to do the whole like, oh, and we're like a cozy stream and like we're gonna be all like happy and we're never gonna talk about dark things. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just no. I uh I've never been good at masking. I've never been good at it. And I tried as a kid, but I've never been good at it and I can act. Like I can act, but I acting is short term. I can't do long term acting. Right. I do I do need to like actually sign off for the day. Because it's like 20 past 5 and I'm just sitting here chatting shit to myself and whoever is watching and not in chat. Honestly, probably for the best. Don't let me drag you into whatever mess is currently in my head. Uh, my ADHD prescription is going up on Friday, I think. I've got like an appointment. It's like a telephone appointment, and they're just going to call me and be like, yeah, pills aren't helping, and they're going to give me more. If the pills are helping, they're only making the ADHD worse. They really are. Just, goddamn. I'm a mess right now. But yeah, so I'm proud of everyone who's been making changes, and it is really important. We do need to like keep learning, keep growing, and like it's so easy right now to be caught up in a lot of the quick fixes, quick hacks. It's everywhere now. Like, oh, but you can do this to make quick money. You can do this to like make quick money and not have to work. And it is very appealing sometimes. Fuck it, I've considered it. I cannot put my morals aside to do it, but fuck, I should. Um, so just like remember, sometimes we have to think about it, and sometimes when stuff seems too good to be true, or sometimes when something pops up and says it's solving a problem, you need to ask, is it solving a problem, or did it make a problem? Or is something else already solving it, but this is just louder? I genuinely, I didn't finish this earlier, I was talking about it. So I was seeing a post, someone was talking about how being anti-AI is ableist, which, first of all, it's not. It's not. It's simply not. Being pro-AI is ableist, though, by the way. Like, it just is. Because you're saying that people need a computer to do it for them, and that they're incapable, which is an ableist sentiment. Just saying. Um, and they were like, yeah, well, there's this thing, and it's like Gen AI, and it's called Be My Eyes. And I just went, Jesus fucking Christ. Be My Eyes, for the record, was created when I was a teenager. I am 25. I have not been a teenager since AI was created. Since way before AI was created, Be My Eyes has existed for probably around a decade. It's an app that hooks people up with volunteers. You have volunteers who are sighted, you have users who are blind, you request Be My Eyes, and you FaceTime somebody, and they can see what you're pointing your phone at, and they tell you what it is. That's not Gen AI, that's a person. If they've changed it to be Gen AI, that was unnecessary, actually makes it worse considering how shit Gen AI is at telling what an image is. And, like, yeah, Gen AI might get better in the future, but the problem was solved already. Like, stop taking the human element out of things to make people less connected to each other. But yeah, that just irritated me because it's like, it's not though. Everyone's like, yeah, but I'm disabled and I use it for this. And it's just like, yeah, that isn't Gen AI, and that existed for like 2 decades. That's not Gen AI, and that's not Gen AI. And they're like, oh yeah, but like, and it's just like, we are against Gen AI. You are talking about algorithmic AI. They are different things. Yes, there are programs, and also none of it's AI. It's language models, and it's like, it's just code. It's just code. It's not intelligent. It's code with a reasoning like basis. That's all it is. It's just if this then that. That's all it is. But it's complex if this then that. And they need to teach code more in schools. They need to teach code more in schools. Anyway, but that's the thing. And like, I use shit all the time. Like text to speech. Text to speech has existed since I was a kid. Like text to speech has existed at least since I was about 12. I've used it, and it was shit when it first started, and it's gotten way better. And yeah, it got better before AI existed. Quite frankly, like it did. But it did get better due to the development in tech. But you don't need AI for that. And also, it's gotten worse since AI's been created. Like, it's not as good anymore because it's being automated instead of like being done and checked by a person. And people are like, oh, but you need it for spell check. Spell check has existed since I was born. Spell check has been alive for 25 years. Like, I've been using it my entire existence. I'm dyslexic. I know these things. And it's just like, first of all, like, there are so many things that you can use it for. Also, spell check has gotten worse since they put AI into it. That's the thing. All of these things, people are like, oh, but AI helps. No, it doesn't. It's made it worse. Like, this thing existed before, and what we had before worked better. It's the same thing as Apple being like, oh, we took away the headphone jack because, like, it improves things. No, it doesn't. It doesn't improve things. Bring it back. Like, you can't lie to me and tell me it's better. It's not better. I I keep going on This is why I can't sleep. This is why I can't sleep. I've been doing this for like 2 weeks now. Like it'll be the middle of the fucking night and all the lights are off and I'm tucked in bed and my brain just goes, here's the thing, and I just rant about it for 3 hours and then the sun comes up and I'm just like, fuck, I need to sleep. I need to sleep. God damn it. I actually need to log off because otherwise I am never going to turn this thing off. I swear to God. And you're just sitting here staring at OBS and it's not helpful. It's not helpful for any of us. But yeah, so thank you for coming today. Um, I really hope that everyone has a good week and you get stuff done. And if you are somewhere where it's hot, like I am, take care of yourself. If there's fires where you are, because there's fires in a lot of places, make sure you've got an air purifier if you can afford one. Make sure you've got your windows sealed, but you still have a way of ventilating. Make sure you wear a mask when you're outside. Everything that you're being, probably already told to do. Just take care of your health. Um, If you smell anything that smells like rotten eggs, please be very careful. That smell never comes with good things. A good way of remembering it is that rotten eggs is the smell of the devil, because the devil smells like sulfur. So if anything smells like the devil, it's not good for you. So if you smell anything that smells like sulfur or rotten eggs, leave. Like, just leave. If you can leave, leave. Trust your brain. Um, I shouldn't have to be saying that, but with all the fires going on, I feel like it is something important to just say. Um, Take care of yourself. Make sure you're drinking water. If you don't have access to clean water, there are ways of purifying water that don't involve large amounts of money. If you have access to the internet, if you're watching this, I assume you do, please look up water purification. Make sure you boil it. Make sure you're careful. We all need water to survive, and unfortunately, clean water is not seen by enough people as a human right, and people need to have better access to clean drinking water, and they aren't, and it's not okay. Take care of yourself, take care of your health, and remember, if you woke up today, I'm proud of you. If you had something to eat and something to drink, no matter what it is, I'm proud of you. If you took steps to quit a habit that was harming you or somebody else, then I'm proud of you. Even if you slip up, it's not the end, it's just a pause. You can keep going. If you've done something today to make yourself or somebody else smile, then I'm proud of you. And if you've done something to improve your life, the lives of your community, or those around you, then I'm proud of you too. Whether you've picked up a piece of litter and put it in the bin, or cleaned up, or salted icy roads, or helped a neighbor with their shopping, or just smiled at someone, gave someone a bit of hope, bit of joy for today. Whatever it is, you did good. And you can choose to do good again tomorrow. We all have that choice every single day to choose to do better, to choose to do good. I'm proud of you. And with that being said, that is me, Spike, signing off.